Raider Nation, what's going on? You're watching the Raiders Report, and we are live. Coming up here on today's show, I got some news and rumors. We're going to talk about Colin Cowherd because he can't seem to keep Derek Carr out of his mouth. Giggity. We're also going to be looking at some other news on a former Raiders first-round pick. And we're going to get into the latest news and rumors going on around training camp. As always, we got some mailbags on tap for y'all. So use hashtag Raiders so you can super chat to get those questions, comments on the show. We're going to look at Denzelle Good replacements, players on free agency, trade. Maybe there's a player on the Raiders roster that's just going to take over for him. And then, since Good was a surprising retirement, I'm going to give you a brand new Raiders 53-man roster projection, but that is going to be over on Rumble and Rumble only, so hopefully you already follow us on our Rumble platform. Now, I do want to wish Denzel the best. Technically, if Good were to come back next season, he would still be under contract with the Raiders, and it is technically a possibility, but let's just say that Denzel, who I think has really battled through a knee injury, has been a fan favorite, was a leader in that locker room. I'm going to wish him the best, and I want you to do it with me here right now. Type 71 in the comments section. We're going to give some shout-outs here on the Raiders Report, and then coming up in about 8 minutes, we will get into the news. We will get into the rumors. This is just the part of the show that I want the audience to build up here a little bit. Shout-out to Vincenzo Peoples, Loner, Doug, Haywood, Pratt, Langston Jones, Tyra White. What up, guys? Matt Reyes, appreciate you. Not Clips, David T, Biagio Mangiello. Did I get that right? No idea. Probably not. Mike Niederberger, Matthew Nazario, Seth Abbott, and then, as always in the comments, shout out to Juan Hernandez. So since Denzelle Good has decided to hang up the cleats for now, should the Raiders sign another offensive lineman? Let me know in the comments section with a Y for yes or an N for no. Because of this discussion is one of the biggest reasons why I will get into this potential players that the Raiders could go out and sign. Potential players that the Raiders could pick up to try to bolster that O-line entering the offseason. One of the biggest question marks was the Raiders' entire line, and I would have said that most people out there were like, all right, Colt Miller, Denzelle Good, we can figure it out from there. Now, sure, you can look at Andre James, John Simpson, Alex Leatherwood, Dylan Parham. There's some other options there, no doubt about it. But I do think a lot of people think that the Raiders should try to add some offensive line talent, and if you play Madden, I believe the Raiders had the worst offensive line now in Madden, considering the fact that Denzelle was the only other player with an over 72 rating. Matthew DeLong says, why for yes? We have Paul Gaines, yes. Raymond Grandy, yes. Vincenzo, yes. R-Dog says, yeah, man, we need some more depth. Is there a hell yes option from Robert Mueller? David T says, yes, please. Buzz-O-Matic 69. You know what, Buzz-O-Matic? I'm kind of trying to get after it today. So today is like National Do What You Want Day or something weird like that. And I actually have a special guest who has not been on the Raiders Report in a very, very long time. Everyone, welcome in Jeremy Chugs.
Raiders!
So we're about,
let's get it.
It's going to get wild here on the Raiders Report. And we're telling y'all every $20 we get, we got our fireball ready to go. Fireball shots. Hopefully you guys are ready to party with us because, Jeremy, it's been a while since you've been on the show. I believe you're going to be hosting our watch party next week with me when the Raiders take on the Jags August 4th. So that should be a pretty good time. Remember, y'all, if you want to give Jeremy some love, hit him up on Twitter. He is at Jeremy Chugs. But again, every $20 super chat that comes in, we're both taking a fireball shot.
We're trying to get shiesty.
Yeah, it's going to get wild here. That's what we're looking for. So since we're talking about offensive line, that's the big topic, if you will, on today's show. Who do you believe is going to be the starting right guard for the Las Vegas Raiders? Do you think it's going to be Alex Leatherwood, type 70? What about Lester Cotton? He's been getting most of the first-team reps at the right guard spot during training camp, OTAs, and minicamp, type 67 for Lester. What about the Raiders' third-round pick, Dylan Parham? You can type 66. Or, if you believe it's going to be somebody else, you can type O for other. So we got Haywood Pratt says Alex Leatherwood. Chuck Norris, Robert is going to go with, I see Dylan Parham. Matthew DeLong says Lester Cotton. I mean, as you can tell right now, it's very, very split. And in fact, if you also want to vote at the poll at the very, very top of your screen, Alex Leatherwood has 32% of the votes. Dylan Parham, 47% of the votes. Lester Cotton, 19%. And then 3% is going to other. This will be a topic on the Raiders Report. It will be a topic the entire training camp. And realistically, this whole offensive line is going to be something to look at. There's no doubt about it. Ty Davis, going to go Lester Cotton. Jay Miller, Buzz-O-Matic 69 says Dylan Parham. Are y'all ready to start the show? We got news and rumors coming up here, and if you are ready to get the Raiders Report underway, smash that like button right now because I see like 400 people tuned in. Only 86 likes. Math was not my best subject. That's why I host a show here on YouTube. So if you want us to get the show going, smash that like button right quick. I would definitely appreciate it. So the way, again, that we're going to get this thing going is we're going to do news and rumors. We're going to talk about Colin Cowherd. We're going to look at Derek Carr. We're going to go through some interesting quotes. I have a lot of, I think, pretty good stats that you're going to enjoy. Brian says that I rule. No, Chugs is the guy that rules. He's doing all the hard stuff back there. And I'm not talking about the graphics. So if you want your question, comment on the show, remember you can super chat. We will do 2 mailbags. We're going to look at some Denzelle Good replacements and then a brand new Raiders 53-man roster projection after Good has retired. We'll go through all 53 players. I'll tell you which guys made it, which guys just quite didn't make the cut. But that is going to be available for y'all only on Rumble. So if you haven't already, go to rumble.com/Raiders Report. Hit that follow button and join us because today's live show, I have a good feeling you guys are going to like. You ready? Ready to get the live show going? Jeremy's giving me a thumbs up. At least I think that's a thumb. And I want you to as well. So coming up right now, the latest Raiders news and rumors. Raider Nation, what's going on? You're watching the Raiders Report. And coming up here on today's show, Colin Cowherd called Derek Carr a Hall of Fame quarterback. I'm going to break down literally the exact quote and give my 2 cents on this. Damon Arnette arrested. I know, not too much of a shocker. And then training camp news and notes from today. We're going to go through some players. The Raiders also had somebody come in for a workout. But let's start the show off here with Colin Cowherd, and we're going to talk about Derek Carr because Derek Carr to the Hall of Fame. I mean, I listen to a lot of other sports, we'll call them sportscasters, podcasters out there, YouTubers, whatever you want to call it, and Colin Cowherd's been talking a lot about the Raiders, and he's been talking a lot about Derek Carr recently, and he said Hall of Fame. Why? Because Davante Adams talked about it, but I'm going to give this one only one just win, baby head, which means it's a 25% chance of happening. Because the season's right around the corner, because we've been getting a lot of new subscribers, some of you probably don't understand what the just win baby meter is, and it's just like the Chucky meter. I had to switch up the name because, well, Gruden, you shouldn't have sent those emails. So one just win, baby, is a 25% chance of it happening. It means that rumor, the story I'm covering, small shred of truth. 2 just win, babies, 50%. 3 of them, 75%. And if something comes up with 4 just win, babies, it means, believe it, baby, it's 100% true. And I believe it's going to happen. So in terms of Derek Carr going to the Hall of Fame, I'm not saying it's impossible, but I'm saying that there is a small chance of that happening. Cowherd definitely thinks it's going to happen. Hell, Cowherd a few weeks ago said that Carr is one good season away from going to the Hall of Fame. Adams, since he compared Carr to Rodgers, every single person, my mom included, has been talking about this topic. With DC entering his 9th season, I know there's a lot of hype there. I know he's got some good numbers, but the wins, the lack of playoff wins, that definitely doesn't help him whatsoever. But anytime I hear Hall of Fame, the first thing that I always think about, especially with a team that has the history that the Raiders do, and I'm just genuinely curious of what you guys have to say. So please, if you come across this Raiders Report video today, let me know down in the comment section who is the best Raider of all time. You're building a team right now. You get that guy in his prime. That's the dude I want. Who's the best Raider of all time? Let me know in the comments. Let's start rolling through some of these Colin Cowherd quotes on Derek Carr going to the Hall of Fame. Davante Adams was quoted over the weekend saying, when you go from one Hall of Famer to another Hall of Famer at quarterback, there is a little adjustment. Oh, the internet imploded. Well, Aaron is going to be a Hall of Famer, and Derek is going to be a Hall of Famer. So some of us are perspective enough to see it years before others. So Cowherd is just simply projecting ahead that DC is going to go to the Hall of Fame. And I understand that there's hype here, and I understand that the internet's freaking out because when you look at Aaron Rodgers' numbers, they're incredible. 139 wins, 66 losses, a 65.3% completion percentage, over 55,000 yards, the best touchdown-interception ratio in NFL history, and 11 playoff wins, 4 MVPs, and a Super Bowl ring. DC, on the other hand, yes, he's got the yards. He's got a decent amount of touchdowns, but no MVPs, no playoff wins, obviously no Super Bowls, and a losing record. So the reason why I am giving this only one just win, baby, is because as it stands right now, Carr is not going to go to the Hall of Fame. You can put up all the numbers that you want, but you got to remember the era that we are living in right now, quarterbacks simply just put up better numbers because the defense can't do as much. But let's keep on rocking and rolling here with Colin Cowherd. Derek Carr has been in the NFL for 8 years, and 7 out of the 8, I can argue that he had a below-average offensive line. He's on his 6th coach entering his 9th year. The franchise moved. He's in a tough division. In the last couple of years, the organization was run by 2 guys, John Gruden, Mike Mayock, hired out of network television. I have made this argument multiple times on this show before that personally, I think Derek Carr has had to deal with more, and I'm going to use a nice way of explaining it, non-football bullshit drama than any other quarterback that has ever played in the NFL. And seriously, if somebody can find me somebody else who's dealt with more crap than DC, let me know, because I do agree with Colin Cowherd in that terms of, yeah, DC's dealt with a lot of bull crap, no doubt about it. Now, we got some more quotes to hit on here, and we're going to go through the latest news and rumors in a sec. But remember, if you want to know more about the Raiders than anybody else, hit that subscribe button, turn on those notifications, and because the season is right around the corner, we've been getting a lot more new subscribers. So if you want to see your face on the show, hit that sub button. Shout out to Jared, Debbie, Vegas, GPS, Mark Charles, and Jessica Peters. I appreciate the fact that you guys hit that subscribe button. We're going to keep it going here with Cowherd because that's the topic of today's show. This is the stat. In Derek's 8 years in the NFL, the Raiders have allowed the most points in the league those 8 years and had the fewest takeaways, meaning he doesn't get a short field. He doesn't get a week off. He's got to win by shootout every damn week. Every week, the franchise needs him to overcome the defense, the battle line, and the TV guys who are now the GM and coach. Yeah, what a shock. So in terms of the Raiders' defense with Carr, he's 100% right. It has not been good whatsoever. Last season, 25.8 points per game given up. That was 26th. If y'all are just looking at the screen right now, the Raiders have never had a top 19 defense with Derek Carr. That's pathetic. In fact, the best year that they ever had with him, I mean, you're looking at 24.1 points per game, and that was in 2016, 2015. This might surprise you. Those were some of the best years that Derek had. I know, it's a crazy thing. But let's keep it going here with Cowherd on Carr. The biggest criticism of Derek Carr is explainable. His issue that is he doesn't like to get hit. A, nobody does. B, his brother David Carr entered the league and took a physical beating for years, and that ended his brother's career. He watched his bro, who is very close with, taking a beating for years, so Derek watched his brother go through a physical beating and is really, really aware of get rid of the ball. I understand that he's doesn't want to get hit. Nobody does, but I also remember this, and I unfortunately couldn't find the exact stat, but there was a point last season, about 75% way through the season, where Derek had the best completion percentage. He was actually, in terms of NFL next-gen stats, the best quarterback in the league against the blitz. I struggled to find those updated numbers. I looked for y'all, but personally, I thought DC handled the blitz pretty well last year. I mean, I know what Joey Bosa thought, but I also know what happened week 18. Let's keep it going here with Cowherd. Derek Carr is the picture of overcoming adversity. Last year, Henry Ruggs, John Gruden, and the tougher AFC, he carried them to the playoffs. as the life preserver of the franchise. Mac Jones and Tua completed 70% of their passes in clean pockets, which I don't 100% agree, actually. But that ain't the game. He's a 3-time Pro Bowler with good 7 years left. He better buy a gold jacket. He's going to be given one, but he should just get used to wearing it. So here's my question to everyone who's here, and I want everyone, let me know why for yes and for no. Will Derek Carr be a Hall of Famer? Do you honestly, in your gut, believe that Derek is going to be a Hall of Famer? My answer is coming up right now. My answer is here. Unless DC starts winning some playoff games and a Super Bowl, he isn't a Hall of Famer. If he can come away after this year, maybe a year or two, and he can get a few playoff wins under his belt, and if the Raiders win a Super Bowl with Derek Carr, especially in this division, then I think it totally changes the entire idea, because nobody sits up here saying that Derek's a bad quarterback. The only thing that ever has been pointed against him is that Derek Carr doesn't win, and I don't think that's fair because the Raiders haven't won. It's not that Derek hasn't won, it's the Raiders haven't won. But if he can win with this team, then yes, he will be a Hall of Famer. But I have this to say, okay, because Cowherd has been all in on the Raiders, right? Apparently. And is Cowherd all in on this team? I'm going to give this one 0 just win, babies. Tuck, roll, tuck that. Because personally, I'm starting to get sick of Cowherd flip-flopping back and forth. I think he's honestly just trying to take advantage of the passion that the Raiders fans are. And I actually found this picture of Cowherd when he was talking about the Raiders, because there's one week he's like, oh, Derek Carr MVP, Raiders are the most underrated team, they're going to win the Super Bowl. And then I go back in just the last week alone, he has predicted the Raiders to miss the playoffs and finish dead last in the AFC West. All I'm simply saying is this. It's easy to take quotes from a story and be like, oh, Cowherd loves the Raiders, Cowherd loves DC. But I also think that if you're not even projecting the team to make the playoffs, and if you're not even projecting the team to, if you're projecting them to finish last in their division, how can you sit up there and say that he's going to be a Hall of Famer? All I'm saying, Cowherd, is this. Whatever you're going to do, stick to it, because you keep flip-flopping back and forth, and I'm getting kind of annoyed by it. The next story coming up here on the Raiders Report is around Damon Arnette, and, oh, man, did he get arrested again? Yep, yeah, he sure did, for just win, babies. Damon, get your shit together. Now, I get him. He's not on the team anymore, and some of you are going to be like, why are you still talking about him? He's not on the Raiders. You're right. But you know what, though? This is just a sad, sad story, and it just goes back to show you how bad of just job Gruden and Mayock did, because remember, Mayock said that they did more homework on Damon Arnette than anybody, and they thought he was going to be a good person. Yep, sorry. Well, if you haven't seen this story yet, this is the most Damon Arnette story that I've ever read. Yesterday, technically, right? Yeah, yesterday, so Monday, he was pulled over, okay? He was cited for driving with a suspended license. A few hours later, it's about a 4-hour time span, a police officer notices a car that he pulled over, notices that, wow, that's the same guy that I pulled over earlier with a suspended license. So this time he pulls him over, checks his pockets, and there is a cocaine-like substance in his pocket. So then what happens? He gets booked, he gets put in jail. But here's the exact quote from TMZ. During the first stop, which police say occurred at around 8:56 p.m. on Monday, cops say that in the documents they found Arnette had been driving on a suspended license and issued him a citation. Cops, though, claim in the documents that hours later, at around 12:48 a.m. on Tuesday, they noticed Arnette driving the same car, so they pulled him over again. But during the arrest, cops say that they searched Arnette's person and found a small baggie containing white powdery substance consistent of cocaine in his front pants pocket. Here's my take on Arnette, and then I probably won't ever bring him up again because I shouldn't. This obviously was a wasted pick. I'm still waiting for the Raiders to get their money back from him. And even though he's not a good person, he's had a lot of just bad run-ins with the law. He's spit on valet people in Las Vegas. He's threatening to kill people. This guy needs some help. So if there's anybody out there that thinks that they can help Damon Arnette, please do it, because I'm worried he's going to get into more and more trouble just as his life goes. The next thing that we're going to be coming up here with on the Raiders Report, training camp news that happened today. And there was a few things out there that I just wanted to hit on. And first, it was Jonathan Abram. He was back at practice today, which is a good sign because he collided with Roderick Teamer on Sunday and wasn't there, or he left early on Sunday. I will say this, though. He got burnt today by Tyron Johnson, and Johnson came up straight flexing. The refs threw a flag on him. I thought that was kind of weak, but Abram continues to get worked in the coverage area. Somebody who missed practice today, who collided with Abram, was Roderick Teamer. I'm hoping that we're going to see him back out there on the field. Another player who missed practice today, and from what I understand, it is only Zamir White and Roderick Teamer that missed, but that's 3 straight practices that the Raiders rookie out of Georgia has missed. He's had some injury issues in the past, especially with his knees. He's definitely going to be somebody that I keep a very, very close eye on. Another person who I mentioned as a big-time training camp winner, Deron Harmon continues to be that dude. He made an incredible interception today against Jarrett Stidham. He's the second best safety next to Javon Merrick, and it's only a matter of time before it's the Merrick and Harmon show. You heard it here. Another guy who continues to impress, Rocky Sin. In fact, I think one of the areas of concern that we were looking at entering the offseason was the Raiders' secondary, especially the cornerbacks and some of the safeties. It sounds like today, I mean, we know how talented Davante Adams, Hunter Renfrow, that Raiders offense is. The corners and DBs they won today. That's a really good sign. Not only is Rocky Sin playing well against Adams, I heard, he played well against Hunter Renfrow today. That dude's also absolutely jacked. And at the top of the show, I said that the Raiders, they worked out a player. It wasn't a Ndamukong Suh, but it was a defensive lineman, Abdullah Anderson, out of Bucknell. And I know Bucknell pretty well. They're like 45 minutes away from my hometown. Last season, a staggering 1 tackle, 0 sacks. That was your Raiders news and rumors today here on the Raiders Report. All right, y'all, if you want to shout out on the show, spam Raiders down there in the comments, because I also see that Jeremy Chuggs and I, we owe some fireball shots. And a friendly reminder that every $20 super chat that comes in is a fireball shot. And again, it's not just for me. It's for Senior Chuggs over there as well. So we got 704 people watching.
Let's ride.
Only 216 likes.
Matt says Raiders. Matthew, Marcio, Juicehead, Buzzmatic, Abraham, Joe, Vincenzo, Chad,
Keep
Mr. Khan 900008, Highlight King, Devin White, Joe Wilkins.
Oh, that is Devin White. Free Fly Jedi. What up, man? And my favorite name, actually, I got some of my favorite names on here, but Dixo Solid Dixon. That's a great one. I know it's not right, but that's what I see in my head. Matthew DeLong, Fayez. And again, if some of you are like, wait, why are you taking these shots right now? We did have a $20 super chat come in from Daniel Caps Keenan.
You know, you can be a lover, you can be a hater, but whatever you do, drink with a Raider. Here we go. Let's ride. Ooh!
So let's go through some of these super chats here because, bang, Mr. Leroy.
Bang!
We got another one.
Ooh!
Daniel Caps Keenan, here's your $20 because I missed last week. Wow, that was a good one. All right, next one coming in is from Brandon Jasper. DC has it in him to be in Canton. Also, if you bleed silver and black and want more personal content, become over on Local Supporter. Hell yeah, man. RaidersReport.locals.com. Brandon Jasper, you know what's up, man. He's always over there.
Raiders!
Oh, man. All right, Mr. Who is it?
Mr. Leroy!
Wife
I love that pick.
What is it? Oh, my Lord.
I don't know if that's him, but it's somebody.
I hope it is, or else he's
somebody laying down.
He's like, I was just casually driving by one day, and I saw some Mr. Leroy, so I took a picture of him. All right, 1 ticket behind Raiders bench, Monday Night Football versus the Chiefs. That's what's up. Any advice how to get an autograph? To be honest with you, I don't ask for autographs. I don't know. I try not to bother the guys. But if you ask every Raiders player that I've met personally, they've been more than willing to sign an autograph. I mean, they know deep down you guys are there to watch them, and especially if you're that close to them. So I would just call them out, see what you got. Call out Hank. Hank will do it. He's a really nice guy. So is Colt Miller.
If you're at home right now, we're a nation. We got to drink together.
All right.
Go bust open a cold one. Go get your bottle. We don't want to take shots alone.
Yeah, I'm not.
We want to drink with the nation. Let's go.
Cheers to you, Mr. Leroy. Ooh, boy. Another super chat coming in here is from James. I thought this was Bitcoin. Mitch, I messaged last year that Tay was coming. Until now, Carr's best number 1 receiver has been Crabtree.
Raiders!
FKC, F the Broncos, FLA, watch us win. You know, I actually...
Oh! Let's go! Let's go!
Who wants one?
Who wants it?
David Zahn's ready to party. Here we go. You want one, Trizzy?
I want one.
You're wearing a Drew Brees
Like we
jersey.
said, if you have one at home, crack it open. We're drinking with the nation today. Let's ride.
Yeah, you're fine. Take it. We got Trizzy on the mic here. He's wearing, yeah, it's a Drew Brees, but that's all right.
It's all right. He doesn't suck.
He's not in the league anymore. That's very true.
Spam Zahn in the chat. Zahn!
Oh, Zahn, he's ready to go. Zahn makes me nervous.
Give me another one, Zahn.
Oh, boy.
Thirsty.
Hang on, we owe a few more, and then we're going to get into a mailbag here. All right, we got one more each.
I want to be David Zahn whenever I grow up.
I'll tell you what. I've actually had the idea of, like, one random day, or, like, well, that sounds weird, for Halloween to, like, dress up as, like, a Raiders fan. For Zahn, I gotta get the soul patch. If you guys haven't seen a picture of Zahn, I got one on my Instagram, at Mitchell Renz 365.
Gotta pull him up.
Oh, there we go. It's drinking time. See, he's got a beard here. See, I don't mind the beard, Zahn, but I don't mind. I like the soul patch, too. I can dig the soul patch. I can get down with it. Yeah?
We're Ubering from work today.
Well, luckily for you, I'm walking. If I Uber, then I'm even more drunk than what I thought. I'm going to walk home. Now, I'll Uber. I'll spend the extra money.
We don't all live 5 minutes away from the office, Mitch.
You can just stay at my place. Alex, she's away. She's watching a movie with her sister.
Oh.
It's all good. It's all good. All right, y'all. So how about this? We got, again, every $20 super chat that comes in, Jeremy and I, we're going to do a shot of Fireball here. Shout out to today's MVP so far, David Zahn, Mr. Leroy, Brandon Jasper, Daniel Caps Keenan. How about this, all right? We're going to keep rolling through some supers, and then we're going to get into today's mailbag. So remember, it's hashtag Raiders, or you can super chat to get those questions, comments on the show. And, yeah, we'll keep it rolling here. What up, Brandon Jasper? What do you got for me, man?
Brandon Jasper says,
the wife says she won't go to Raiders-Chiefs game unless we get Sue. Thoughts on if we get him? Well, I hope that it happens, but I've been saying it for a while. Also, Sue kind of contradicted himself because the reports that came out said that he wanted to sign before training camp. Training camp started today for all 32 teams, so we'll see what happens, but he's definitely been pumping the brakes here a little bit. All right, y'all, hashtag Raiders, or you can super chat. Get those questions, comments on. What does that one say? Oh, boy. Oh, all right, well, you know what? Let's go to Mr. Leroy real quick. You don't like my pose. How much for an ice-cold boot?
ooh.
Like, see, when I think of ice-cold boot, man, that's tough. Usually the boot's $100 is what we do. Marsh, you want an ice-cold boot, Marsh? That's my, we'll go 100, okay? $100, or if we can get the 300 in supers.
We got a couple people that said they wanted. Tyler Jones said he wanted to take a boot out there.
Oh, God. I don't know. I'm worried.
Let's ride.
Here's the issue. If we give Jonesy a boot, he's going to pass out like he did on Will's couch. I don't know if that's what we want. But you know what? We'll see what happens. All right, Mr. Leroy, it's $100 for the ice-cold boot because it just kicks my ass, or if we get the 300 in supers. So that's the deal that is online right now. All right, guys, I know we're always drinking here, Jeremy and I, but we like to have a good time, and hopefully y'all do too. I'm going to be answering your questions for the next 12 to 15 minutes, and a friendly reminder that we're going to be doing a Rumble after-hour show. We're going to be looking at a updated Raiders 53-man roster projection video since Denzelle Good has decided to retire. That's over on Rumble at rumble.com/Raiders Report. But now let's get into today's mailbag. So, hashtag Raiders, or make sure you guys are super chatting to get those questions, comments on the show. Raider Nation, what's going on? You're watching the Raiders Report, and it's mailbag time. Today's show was filmed on Tuesday, so if anything crazy happens, please don't shoot the messenger. I'm going to be going through all of y'all's questions today, figuring out, talking about them. If we start drinking here, that's going to happen because, well, I got Jeremy Chugs behind the scene, ready to rock and roll with me. So let's get those questions in, hashtag Raiders, or you can super chat. Everyone, Jonathan said, at the Raiders store at Allegiant Stadium right now, I want everyone to start spamming Raiders. Let's go to Raider 508. Always watch him. Chugs needs to be a permanent co-host on the Raiders Report, just saying. I think he's going to be a permanent co-host in terms of for our watch parties. We got a lot of different stuff moving on in the background, but I think Chugs is going to be on the show a lot more, I promise. Let's go to Matthew. What do you think about Julio Jones going to the Bucs? Personally, I mean, that Buccaneers wide receiver room is probably even more stacked than ours, and that's saying a lot. They got a lot of good talent there. If I was Las Vegas right now, I'm always trying to buy low on players. I would pick up the phone, and I would try to pick and get somebody like Scotty Miller would be an interesting trade target. But yes, Julio Jones to Tampa, he's trying to win a ring. I don't really blame him for trying to go to the NFC for one and going with Tom Brady. All right, next question coming in here is from Dean McCormick. If you could sign any free agent right now, who would it be and why? I mean, a lot of y'all probably think I'm going to go with Ndamukong Suh. I'm going to go with Darrell Williams, and Williams has been my number one free agent for Las Vegas for essentially 6 months at this point now. The Raiders need to figure out that right side of the offensive line, and with Denzel Good retiring, I am a little bit more nervous about it. If it was up to me, you sign Darrell Williams, who can play also right guard if you need, but make him your right tackle, kick Alex Leatherwood into right guard, throw Dylan Parham at left guard, and then that Raiders offensive line is looking a lot better. That would be the number one move I make. Shout out to Chugs for making this on the fly. If you think that the Raiders should sign Darrell Williams, then I want you to like the video right now. And I mean it. And if y'all don't think that they should, I'm going to say shame on you, because the Raiders absolutely should sign Darrell Williams. So seriously, hit that like button. Let's go to Savvy225. What up, bro? If you could make a realistic splashy trade, who would it be? Realistic splashy trade. So a lot of y'all laughed at me last week when I said I would trade Denzelle Good in a 4th-round pick for Robert Quinn. There were actual living people on social media that said, Mitch, you don't know what you're talking about. That's a dumb idea. Believe it or not, I know we party and we like to have a good time, but I actually think I know a thing or two. I would actually try to make a deal for Robert Quinn. I don't know exactly what they'd be looking for. Let's just say, oh boy, Buddy Bear. All right, ice cold boot, it's coming. If you can make a realistic splashy trade, I'm going to say Robert Quinn for a 3rd-round pick. How about that? I don't know if that ends up getting it done, but I think that could be something that we would look at. Buddy Bear, you guys look thirsty. It's boot time. Raiders! Oh, God. All right. There's also some other news that I got to hit here in a sec, but we'll talk about it. Let's just say David Zahn sent me a Venmo, so hopefully you guys out there are ready to drink a little bit. Let's go to Ty Davis. What up, Ty? Sue ain't coming. Do you think since Good is gone, will the Raiders pick up a replacement? I hope so. Depending on what day you're watching this video, I am going to be putting out something about Denzelle Good replacements. I mean, you can either look at the current Raiders offensive line, or if there's a free agent out there that you believe makes a little bit more sense, that's the route that you could potentially go. But hey, we'll see. What up, Dylan? You're next up here, bro. Appreciate the super. Now that Good retired, I might be watching game 1 with one eye barely open. Worried scale 1 to 10 is an 8 now on the offensive line. I actually like this question a lot. I don't have it built, but let me know in the comments, what is your panic meter or what's your confidence scale on the Raiders offensive line? 1 to 10. 1 being you're not confident at all. 10 you're really confident. I'm kind of with Dylan here. The Raiders offensive line has potential. We all understand that. But to sit here and say I want Brandon Parker, Alex Leatherwood over there, John Simpson again. Andre James did get better at the end of the season, but he also struggled at the beginning. I love Dylan Parham. Y'all know how much I love Dylan Parham, but he's still a rookie. The Raiders' offensive line is a question mark to me, and I'm glad I'm not the only one that thinks this. I just see Dylan watching the entire show like this. What up, Dick? So solid, Dixon. Sorry to be that guy, Mitch, but I didn't have Good as the starting guard because of the injury, and had him as a backup, and now kind of looks like John Brown move. Miller, Simpson, James, Parham, Alex for the offensive line. You don't have to apologize to me. I mean, I always said that Denzel would be an interesting backup option because of his versatility, and since the Raiders I knew are actually a little bit higher on John Simpson than what I originally thought, I did say a few weeks ago that, hey, he's not a lock to start whatsoever. And then when they made the roster contract cut down, that's what I was looking for, from $3.09 million to $1.04, I was like, all right, something fishy is going on here with Denzel. And also, I said probably about 4 months ago that the Raiders need to make sure that this whole Denzelle Good situation isn't a Richie Incognito situation where you're planning on having a guy who you're hoping could be a starter but can never get out there on the field because he's not 100% healthy. I think that's kind of what they saw. They saw their past. They learned from it, which is definitely a good sign. What up, Brandon Jasper? You're next up here. Why haven't we spent any of our money? We still need pieces on both sides. I think it's two reasons. One, the Raiders just want to see what they got, man. Like, they want to see what type of players they have. It's early in training camp, and we haven't even seen 11-on-11 drills yet. The pads haven't even been put on, at least if you're watching this Tuesday. They get put on Wednesday, July 27th is when the Raiders will throw those pads on. And then after that, I mean, you could go through the first preseason game. It's the Hall of Fame game. Test out a few other players. And then if you're still not confident about that, you go from August 4th to August 14th. There's a 10-day spread of no games happening until the preseason. That's also when you could see something happen. I mean, KJ Wright, for the love of God, he signed at the end of August. And even though it was a great show, I don't remember it all that often. All the fireballs kicking in. All right, y'all, remember, we also make videos over on Locals. And I put my Raiders offensive line projection after Denzelle Good retired yesterday. If you want to check that video out, go to RaidersReport.locals.com. Or you can also see my quarterback rankings where I rank all 32 starting quarterbacks. Find out where I put DC because, well, I don't know if some of y'all are going to like it, but I think it's a pretty fair rating. I can also make the argument that he deserves to be even a little bit higher. And also remember this. I know I don't always get to your guys' questions. We got a lot of people tuning in, and we're going to keep the party going here. You can always DM me on Locals. I promise you, I'm required to answer you within 24 hours. So if you DM me on Locals, I have to answer you, but I also want to answer you. Let's go to the next one from, I thought this was going to be Rick and Morty. Maury and Rick, should the Raiders sign Chris Odom? So Chris Odom was a USFL player. I believe he was I don't know if he was the MVP or Defensive Player of the Year. He's tried out with a few different teams, and he's actually been on a few NFL rosters. I understand that a lot of times people are like, ooh, this guy was really good in another league, whether that be the USFL, XFL. But if a player has played on multiple NFL teams and they haven't succeeded, there's a big difference between NFL action and USFL action. So for that reason, I'm going to say no. I'm going to pass on Chris Odom. But this show is about all of y'all. Type that Y for yes, N for no. Should the Raiders bring in the USFL Defensive Player of the Year, Chris Odom? And I can make the argument for yes, you give a kid a shot. Maybe he's had bad coaching in the past here and there, but we'll see what ends up happening. So Y for yes, N for no. Next Super Chat's coming in from Dirk Diggler, 707, F. Paul Gutierrez. I'm not going to sit here and say that to Paul. Personally, I thought the way Carr answered it was, I don't really think he needed to go that crazy about it. Paul's just trying to do his job. Like, I understand a media member just trying to ask a question because that's what they have to do. And DC, I not that I minded the answer. I liked the answer. I liked seeing that energy out of Carr. But I don't think Paul did anything bad. But I have been saying a lot to my friends, and I said this to Alex the other day. I was like, thank you, Paul. And she was like, what? And I don't know. I'm just going with like, thank you, Paul. Thank you, Paul. But I know a lot of people are mad at Paul right now. Let's go to Mason. If you could combine any two former and current Raiders together as one, who would it be? So you're saying I can combine two players together as one? Well, see, Jeremy Chugs just said Bo Jackson and Charles Woodson. I mean, that'd be like the most insane player overall. How about this? And here's just what popped in my head, because originally Bo Jackson popped in my head. But what if we could get Bo Jackson's athletic ability, and then you combine that with like the running style of like Tyrone Wheatley? Not his son, Junior, but the running style of Tyrone Wheatley with the athletic ability of Bo Jackson, and he could also stay healthy. I think that'd be kind of fun and interesting. Mason, I appreciate the question. It's creative. Let's go to RaiderMan01. How many of y'all want Raiders new helmets? I'm not saying for every game. I'm saying for like an alternative color rush jersey Raiders. I don't know. I think it'd be kind of cool. Mitch, more teams are unveiling their alternate helmet. Never change the emblem, just all black with chrome face mask. I'll say this. I know there's a lot of people that, if it's not broken, don't fix it. And the Raiders have an amazing tradition. They do. But for one game, what if you kept the face mask silver? You kept, there's other silver parts of it, because a lot of times people are like, it's not black and black, it's silver and black. And I get that. But I will say this, an all-black uniform to me would look pretty cool. What do you guys think? All-black unis, let me know. Yes or no? What up, GJ? Why is the Ruggs and Arnette money still on the Raiders' books this season? It's because of the law. Until the Ruggs case gets solved, until the whole Damon Arnette stuff gets solved, I said this probably a few months ago on a show, that I don't anticipate the Raiders to get that $8.5 million of dead cap space until next offseason. So you're going to see an extra $8.5 million. If the Raiders don't get it, I think they're kind of getting screwed here, because let's face it, both Ruggs and Arnette, they definitely screwed up. Now, what are you guys watching right now? We are live here on the Raiders Report, but if you're watching this on a later date, I do these mailbags every single Tuesday, 6 p.m. Eastern Time, 3 p.m. Pacific. And if you want to see your face featured on the show, if you want a question answered by me, all you got to do, it's really, really simple. Look underneath the video, hit that sub button, and make sure you're always tuning in. Turn on those notifications. Let's go to Vincenzo Peoples. Any news on cornerback Sam Webb? He was impressing. Yes, actually, I would say, I know I did a show the other day about Raiders training camp winners and losers. If you were to ask me which two UDFAs do I think have been showing out the best, I would say Darian Butler, and I would say Sam Webb. A few weeks ago, somebody asked, hey, Sam, who's the most likely UDFA to make the roster? I said Sam Webb because I liked his overall athletic ability. I thought the cornerback room was a little bit weaker. It seems like that corner room looks a little bit better now, so it could be a little bit more of an uphill battle. Good practice squad guy, but Sam Webb has been impressing. Yes, he absolutely has. What up, Jorge? They need an all-black color rush jersey. I think so, too. I know it's not a very popular opinion, but I agree with you, man. I think it looked pretty sick. What up, William Nelson? Mitch, I saw you on Bleacher Report talking about quarterback wide receiver duos. Why did you have Carr and Adams so low at 6? It was based on the duos, and when it came down to tiebreakers, every single person that was ranked above Derek Carr and ranked above Davante Adams, they've played together before in the NFL. Now, at the very end of that show, William, if you haven't seen, I said that Carr and Adams could absolutely be number one on this list next year because of their chemistry they had in college, where DC threw for 50 touchdowns his final year. Davante Adams had 24 receiving touchdowns. The connection is there. Both of these players are going to get along great. But for the sake of the video, yeah, I did put him at 6. You can call me a hater. But here's your opportunity, y'all. Where would you rank Derek Carr and Davante Adams among quarterback wide receiver duos in the NFL? Like some of the other duos that I brought up were Cooper Kupp, Matthew Stafford, Justin Jefferson, Kirk Cousins, Tom Brady, Mike Evans, Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs, Justin Herbert, Keenan Allen. I'm trying to think of some of the Kyler Murray, DeAndre Hopkins. A lot of other out there. Somebody said hater. Hey, it's all good. I try to be honest with y'all. I'm not saying it's not impossible, but to rank them number one right now after not seeing it, I think that would be bad analysis. Is that the right word? Analysis? Yeah. All right, let's go to Brandon Jasper. Who do you really want to be the wide receiver 3? Keelan Cole. I want it to be Keelan Cole. I think he's the best fit with Carr. I think he's the best fit with Davante Adams, Hunter Renfrow. I will say this, though. I think the best upside or highest upside is Mac Hollins. He's been really good from what I understand. 6'4". He's like 225 pounds, athletic specimen. Gives you a lot of special teams value. But overall, I think the best wide receiver behind Adams and Renfrow, it is Keelan Cole. What up, Jonathan? What is happening with Waller's contract? Is he planning to hold out? And aloha from 808 Ohana, Raider Nation, go Raiders. Aloha to you too. I usually say bonjour, but Hawaii is a part of the States. What's happening with Waller's contract? Waller's letting his agent do the work, which is everything you want your star tight end to do. It's everything you want any NFL player to do. You worry about playing football. You worry about going out there. From what I understand, he's not going to hold out. He plans on showing up because that's how he knows he's going to get paid. But I've continued to say that I think Waller gets the highest paid tight end contract in NFL history. I have him projected somewhere at about $16 million per year, which I think is very fair when you already then slap on the 2 years that he has. It's going to be a good deal for Waller. If it goes above 17, I will be a little bit surprised. Now, Raider Nation, if I haven't answered y'all's questions, remember, you can always hit me up on Instagram and on Twitter. I'm at Mitchell Renz 365. I try to keep you guys as up to date as humanly possible, especially during the off-season training camp. There's a lot of shit that goes down. I also put stuff out there about other NFL stuff that ends up going down. So if you're busy at work, you couldn't check everything. Maybe you couldn't even watch the show today. It's all good. You can always go to my Instagram or my Twitter, and you can see what ends up going down. All right, will the Raiders add another offensive lineman? Why for yes and for no? Let me know down in the comments section right now. Why for yes and for no? We got some super chats to go through here. And remember, every $20 super chat that we get is going to be a fireball shot. Also, Jeremy and I owe some drinks. And I think we're going to do a lot of these drinks near the end of today's show. Or do you want to do some now? What do you want to do?
Hey.
We owe a boot. I know that.
Somebody's got to get a boot ready. We need a boot.
Tradition is one thing. I think that as a tribute to LV and our new home, all black with silver trim would be appropriate. The autumn wind cometh. And here's the issue, right? I'm a younger guy. I wasn't alive. This might surprise you in the 80s, 70s, 60s. I wasn't. I know. Shocking. So a lot of times, like, that tradition maybe doesn't hit home for me as much. But when I ask my dad about this kind of stuff, he's always like, man, those old Raiders fans, those old Raider teams, they were all about tradition. So I get that idea, but in today's world, I think you can make adjustments and it still be okay. And for that reason, I am okay with the Raiders going with an all-black jersey.
I think it would look sick.
It would look sick. I don't think anybody debates whether or not it would look sick. It's more of, is it the right thing to do? Is it, if it's been one way this entire way and the Raiders have the best jerseys in football, do you change it? And I get that you don't want to break tradition, but it would look pretty sick.
Like the color rush the Raiders had with the silver numbers.
Yeah. Oh, dude, they're
awesome.
Some of my favorite jerseys out there. All right, y'all. If I need a boot. That's what we need.
We need a boot.
I don't think anyone's listening to you out there. That's the issue. All right, hang on a sec here. Let's get boot time. I'm gonna put it in production. Let's see what happens here. All right, let's give some shout-outs to some of the peeps that are watching. We got 700 of y'all tuning in right now. Do you think that the Raiders should add another offensive lineman? Why for yes and for no? Because coming up here, we are going to get into some potential Denzelle Good replacements.
I just need to put this out there.
Yeah?
Let's Ride is not owned by the Broncos or by Russell Wilson. I've been saying that for forever.
Yeah. Even if it was as nerdy and corny as Russell Wilson said, let's ride. He takes away. I can say that all I want because that was probably one of the most embarrassing hype videos that I have ever seen. I mean, it was bad. It was bad. Also, y'all, friendly reminder that we're going to be doing an exclusive video over on Rumble today at rumble.com/Raiders Report, and it's going to be around our Raiders 53-man roster projection. So, I owe you all a few boots, in fact. Going to be an interesting thing to see. Also, some good news here. Vernon Butler passed his physical, and he's going to be able to start practicing again. So, good news. Definitely good news there. Now, even though we forgot the R in another, I won't bring it up too often, but hey, it's all good. Will the Raiders add another offensive lineman? Why for yes and for no? I am waiting for the boot to come in. So, if y'all want to start spamming boot, please make sure you do so. And the reason why we're doing the boot is because we got asked how much to do an ice cold boot. And Buddy Bear, if you could throw that super chat, Chugs, back up on screen from Buddy Bear. So usually, and I always, you get to know certain people who watch the show often and tune in here and there. Buddy Bear always drops the random $100 super chat, and he's always like, you look thirsty. So Hey, man, I appreciate that you support the show. The only thing that I want you guys to do, though, is like, yeah, you see Jeremy and I up on screen, but I want y'all at home participating with me. I get it. It's a Tuesday, but you know what? The nation's always ready to party. And speaking of getting ready to party.
Marshall's taking a boot.
Who wants to take the next boot?
Tyler?
Raider Nation, let's go!
Oh, God, this is freezing.
Tyler said he wanted to take it.
All right, next one. We'll get the next.
one. He's a Chiefs fan.
We owe 2 more boots, just so everyone's aware. 2 more boots.
Ooh, I guess I'm taking one and then.
Somebody else can rock, paper, scissors for the other boot. All right, Chugs, what I want you to do is start giving some shout-outs here to some peeps down there in the comments.
Yeah, type boot. Let me get some shout outs.
Yep.
Oh,
I got to take
whoa.
this. Zahn just wants us to do another shot.
one boot rerun the first super. You owe me 3. Oh, he's going. Mitch is going for it. Type chug in the comments. Type chug in the comments. Let's go. Glug, 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 glug. That's right, B-Rabe.
It's so cold.
Oh, freezing. B-Rabe says glug. Buddy Bear says boot. Ty Davis says boot. Minan says chug. Get those chugs in the comments. Let's go. Let's go, Mitch. You got this. Finish it strong. Finish strong. Let's go, Mitch. Chug, 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 chug. Chug, let's go, Mitch. Do it for the nation. Do it for the nation.
My head hurts.
Let's go, Mitch. Oh, he's there. He's there. Matthew says chug. Jay, Hustlin, Devin White, Danny. Let's go. Woo. Proud of you, Mitch.
That ice cold boot is terrible. That's bad. I'm not going to lie. I mean, if you guys ever get a chance, go into your fridge. My head hurts. Go into your fridge, crack open 3 ice cold beers, and knock that down.
I need another boot.
We need another boot. You're right. David Zahn. Fireball time. You know what's funny? I came into work today, and I told Alex, I was like, hey, since you're going to a movie, I'm probably going to get rowdy today on the Raiders Report, especially because I also knew Chugs was tuning in with me.
Feeling dangerous.
Feeling dangerous. Hang on a second.
Let me go set up the second boot.
Go get the second boot ski. We still owe you guys 2 more boots. And the reason why I owe you 2 more boots is because David Zahn, who was the MVP of today's show, and, man, what do we got here? I see. Hang on a second.
Yes.
We owe 2 more boots.
2 more boots?
I'm taking one, and then somebody from out there needs to take one.
Well, the problem is we only have 1 boot.
I know. So I'm going to
thank
take
you.
one.
Okay.
And then somebody else is going to.
Refill it, and another person.
Okay.
Yep, that's the deal.
Also, I have this super up on the screen right now. Become a local supporter. You won't regret it. That's right.
So if you guys can see, good old David Zahn up on screen there. He sent in a 200 because he wants more boots. So, Zahny, you're a psycho, but I love you. Crazy man. Dude, that boot's kicking my butt. All right. Yeah, all right, guys, this is what we're going to do here. We're going to get into the next segment after. You're going to do your boot first, though?
I'll do a boot
All right, how about
first.
this? I'll let you guys decide. Should Jeremy do the boot now or after the Denzel Good? Yeah, after the Denzel Good replacements. What do you guys want? Boot now or in like 15 minutes?
So Zahn's saying we actually need 3 more boots because he did the 100 at the beginning and then the 2 boots. So I'll do one.
Oh,
I'll have somebody else do one, and then I'll do one at the end too.
But see, Zahn, here's the thing though. We took 5 shots for your first 100. You go back, watch the tape, and then you sent in the 2, and then Buddy Bear sent in 1. So technically, that's 3 boots, and we did another one for your 5 shots of Fireball. And I mean, I'm not trying to cheat you. Zahn, you have my number. If I'm wrong on that, tell me.
Did I hear boot?
Yeah. So Jeremy, he owes a
Wait,
boot.
are we doing it now or after?
What do you guys want? Boot now or later? Now or later? You pick. It's totally up to you. Raiderman01 says boot. Just win, baby. Seeing a lot of nows. All right, Jeremy, you're up. You're up.
Ooh. Wow. There's no crying in baseball. Love it.
All right, Zahn. I'll take a shot to that. Whew, God. You're up there, Jeremy.
Do you need an Uber?
Huh?
Do you need an Uber home?
No, I'm going to walk home. I'll be fine. If I could walk home after Davante Adams, I can walk home today. Cheers to Zon. Zon's just sitting at home. He's like, what did you say, David? You're just like, we're puppets. And you're just up here. What's that called? Puppeteer?
Puppeteer?
All right, y'all. Jeremy Chug's about to take down a boot. And I'm going to let y'all pick who does the next boot out there in the Chat Sports Studios. I'm going to put some names in the chat, and I'm going to let you pick. Or you can make how about this? You make a weigh-in 4, pick 4 random people, and they can do the next boot. It's a lot of power in your hands, I know.
I don't know who can handle it.
It's tough.
We're obviously the team with the Raiders. You know, we're the two guys that do all the Raiders content. So it's like we go hard.
Yeah.
But I mean, we have a Chiefs fan out there. A Chiefs fan's not gonna do a boot.
Yeah, he's soft.
He drinks his shots with a straw.
He drinks them with a straw. Yikes. What up, Graf? Appreciate you tuning in, bro. You ready? Let's go. Type those chugs in the chat. We got 673 people watching right now. If you haven't liked the video yet, dude, it's cold. It's not easy. Not easy to do. Rustin Long, what up, man? Brian Shoemaker, I see you. PG2869, Ty Davis. David Zahn says, I'm drunk. You better be drunk. Just kidding. You my guys. Thanks for the fun. That's never a good thing when Zahn's feeling litty. We got Alex Hernandez, Madman Raider, B. Mabe, Fluffy Campos. We got David Arelos, Mr. Khan 9008. David Zahn in the chat. Mina Trash just says chug, 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 chug. Matt Butler, you done? Almost. Come on. Take it down. Take it down. Jay Miller, Fluffy Campos, Matthew DeLong, Devin White, Jitty J1 says chug it. Good stuff.
We need it not as cold.
Yeah. All right.
I was freezing.
Chug, chug, chug from Ty Davis. So this is what I need. If we could fill that boot up one more time.
One more boot.
We need that boot filled up one more time, and I'm hoping that somebody in the Chat Sports Studios takes it. If not, it is my show, and if I got to do it, I will do it. So, here, just take that over there. I know. What are you guys watching right now? What the hell is this? Well, guess what? This is what the Raiders Report turns into sometimes, and I hope you guys are ready for game days, because game days is unlike anything else. I mean, game days, it gets... Yep, I got another boot.
I'm not doing it.
You can... We'll pick somebody. If I have to pick someone, I'll pick someone. That's fine. Or I'll take it. We'll see. Maybe if we get one more 100, I'll do another one. Screw it. I can walk home. We'll figure it out. All right, y'all. Coming up here on the Raiders Report, it's less drinking, and we're going to get into some Denzel Good replacements. For everyone who is watching, they're like, what else am I watching for? We got Denzel Good replacements coming up here. Then I'm going to do another mailbag, and then Raiders roster projection, but that one is going to be over on Rumble and Rumble only. So go to rumble.com/Raiders Report if you want to tune in, if you want to watch, because, well, I think that you do. Because I don't know about you, when I saw Denzelle Good retire, my initial thought was, okay, what's the Raiders roster going to look like? Oh, wait. Take this, Mitch. This one for Jeremy.
Oh, God. So you're doing the next one, and then I'll do the one after that.
All right, that's fair. David, it's your show at this point. You make the rules. All right, we need 2 more boots. I'll do it after the Denzelle Good replacement. So,
Zahn, I love you.
I heard the Raiders signed Ndamukong Suh.
if the Raiders signed Ndamukong Suh, I would just take my shirt off at this point.
Would you?
I don't know if anyone wants to see that. This is freezing, so I'm going to let this cool down a little bit, or warm up. Yeah. Yeah, dude, no more cold.
I was told. That's what I was told.
That's what you were told? I don't know.
I told you it's trying to fuck with
Yeah, they're trying to F us over right now. No. Imagine a casual Saturday night for Jonesy. That's what that beer's like. Just getting effed. It's getting crazy. All right, y'all, here we go. We're going to get into some Denzelle Good replacements coming up here on the Raiders Report. Hopefully, you guys are ready to rock and roll, because it seems like today is going to be one hell of a Raiders Report show. Raider Nation, what's going on? You're watching the Raiders Report, and today's show is presented by Panda Sups. If you don't know this, Here on the Raiders Report, we're all about health. And if you use code JustBurnBaby, you can save 35% off at pandasups.com. They just released a brand new thermogenic. For those who don't know what that means, it is a fat burner. So if you're wondering, Mitch, you look halfway decent and you drink all this beer, how do you do it? It's Panda Sups. That's how. PandaSups.com. Use code JustBurnBaby. So the show that we're going to do today is I'm going to be walking through some Denzelle Good replacements. Why? Because the projected starting right guard for the Las Vegas Raiders, he retired on Monday because I think it's a little bit of a mixture of him not wanting to play anymore. I'm not 100% sure how healthy his knee was, and the Raiders were asking him to take a massive pay cut. And some of you are like, it was only $3 to $1 million. Well, imagine your pay getting cut by 66%. It's a massive pay cut. So when you look at the Raiders' current offensive line depth chart, as it currently stands right now, and this is going to change a whole bunch. If I was the Raiders, this might be the line that I go with. You might also be able to kick Alex Leatherwood into right guard, start Brandon Parker, maybe Dylan Parham plays left guard. There's a lot of different options you can go with. But if you do have a potential starter, to me, I sit up here and I say, okay, there are 3 ways that you could potentially replace Denzelle Good. And here they are. First, you just trust your current offensive line. You say, all right, we got enough depth. We're going to be able to plug and play. We're going to be able to get through the entire season with the guys we have. Option B, you go out, you sign a free agent. We'll go through some free agent options. And then the final way, you make a trade. Is there an offensive tackle out there? Is there an offensive guard? Figure out a way that you can bring in some extra capital to bring those guys in. So here's my question of the nation. How would you replace Denzelle Good? Would you trust your current offensive line? Type 1 in the comments. Would you sign a free agent offensive lineman? Type 2. If you're like, you know what? I think I would make a trade, then I want you to type 3. The Raiders Report is all about that interaction, so let me know what you guys are thinking. Coming up here, we're going to look at the top 5 players on the Raiders roster that they could use to replace Denzelle Good. And I'll go through all these options here, so please sit tight. It's going to be a fun show because anytime a move like Denzelle retiring happens, your mind should be like, okay, who's going to replace him? And that's what I'm here for. Number 5 on my list, and I'm going to go from 5, work my way down to 1, Jermaine Eluemunor. So Eluemunor was brought in and brought back to the Raiders. He's also spent some time in previous years on the New England Patriots. The reason why I'm bringing him up is because he started the season as a starter for the Raiders, where right guard, right tackle is where he played, but also he has a lot of versatility. And let's just say the Raiders, with Josh McDaniels, Dave Ziegler, they want to go with somebody that they know what they got. Or Eluemunor can at least be in there, be a good plug-and-play offensive lineman. He's not going to be great, but I don't think he's going to be terrible either. At number 4, it's Lester Cotton. And Cotton's been getting all the first-team reps at training camp, all the first-team reps at minicamp, OTAs, continues to be very impressive. On Tuesday, Colton Miller was asked about Cotton. He was like, honestly, he's been going to town. He's been going to work, and he's a big boy. 6'4", 335 pounds, is one of the most highly recruited offensive lineman prospects when he went to Alabama all the way back in 2014. He has the talent. He struggled with health, but maybe all he needed was a good offensive line coach in Carmen Brasillo. I'm just saying, it's not the craziest thing that Tom Cable is not very good. Now, if you haven't already subscribed to the Raiders Report, I want you to. And why? We are the most watched Raiders channel in the world. You'll get a video every single day, and I'm giving new shout-outs to new subscribers. So, shout-out to Javier, shout-out to Avel Quez 1, Garrison Powell, Logan Tatum, and then tall, handsome dude, really humble. Shout-out to all y'all for subscribing to the Raiders Report. Let's go to my next good replacement, John Simpson. But wait, Mitch, isn't John Simpson the left guard? Yes. But in an absolute pinch, okay, maybe you could figure out a way where Simpson plays right guard. I don't think it's going to happen. It's not the route I would go. But Simpson, as it stands right now, I think has the highest chance to be your starting left guard. And with that being said, that could be somebody that you use as a potential good replacement. At number 2, it's going to be Alex Leatherwood. And for those of you that watch the show very frequently, you'll know my thoughts about Leatherwood. He's a guard in my book. I wouldn't put him out at right tackle. So, instead of putting him out there at right tackle, let's kick him in to right guard and have him take over. You can then either have Brandon Parker be the starting right tackle. I know it's not the greatest idea out there. Luckily for you, we got one more guy coming up. But also, it's a solution. You could have Leatherwood at right guard, Brandon Parker at right tackle, let those two work together, and maybe, if that doesn't even work for you, well, you could go with my number one option here to try to replace Denzel. It's Dylan Parham. You drafted him in round 3 to pick number 90 overall for a reason. Parham has ability to play left guard. He has ability to play center. He has ability to play right guard, right tackle. This young man can play all over the offensive line, and according to reports out there, the coaching staff is throwing everything that they can at him, and he's absorbing it. One of the reasons why he was one of my favorite interior offensive line prospects of the draft is because you could tell he was smart. You could tell that he could understand what the coaching staff wanted him to do, and Carmen Brasillo himself has said it. Offensive line's more about chemistry and understanding your assignment. That's Dylan Parham's greatest feature, and when you watch his tape, you can tell that he sees plays before they happen. And I know it sounds cliche, but man, I'm telling you, it's the truth. He's going to be a Pro Bowler. I'm telling you right now, Dylan Parham's going to be a Pro Bowler. So I want to know from all of y'all, who the hell is going to replace Denzelle Good? Is it going to be somebody on the Raiders? Is it going to be Leatherwood? Is it going to be Parham? Is it somebody else? Maybe it's Lester Cotton. I want to know from the entire nation out there who is going to replace Denzelle Good. Now, if you don't like the options that I just gave, if you're like, man, I don't know, I want to see more. Luckily for you, coming up here on the show, I got some top free agent offensive linemen that I potentially would target. Before I get into some of those names, Panda Sups, y'all, they're hooking you guys up. Use code JUSTBURNBABY at pandasups.com, 35% off. They just released their brand new flavor of their thermogenic burn 2.0, strawberry watermelon. I'm telling y'all, watermelon sugar ain't got nothing on this. This stuff tastes amazing. And if you're wondering, all right, why would I take this? You can focus better. So if you're at work, you're trying to burn some calories. Also, if you're wondering how many grams of caffeine is in one scoop, 350 milligrams of caffeine. It's a lot of caffeine. It's going to wake you up. You're going to burn fat sitting at work. Imagine just being able to sit at your job, burn fat. Imagine going to a workout. You take this stuff, you burn even more fat on top of that. If you're a big energy drink person, don't be. Drink this instead. It's a lot healthier. Replace your pre-workout. You take a scoop of this, dude, I'm telling you right now, you're ready to work out. It's also a nootropic, and the way that I like to describe nootropic is like legal Adderall. It locks you in. You're going to be focused. You're going to be burning fat, and I promise you, you're going to look a lot better too. So Just Burn Baby is the code, pandasups.com. All right, let's look at some good replacements via free agency, and I love this title because I was like, do I put Denzel? No, you know what? We're going to rock and roll. We're going to go with good. It's J.C. Tretter, but Mitch, he's a center. Yep, you're right. J.C. is 100% a center. My reasoning for this, though, is if you can upgrade, you do it. And I like Andre James. He's done a good job this offseason. But let's face it, he is a better center than Andre James. And James, when he first came out of college, he had versatility to play tackle. He had versatility to play offensive guard. And you could just use James then as your extra offensive guard depth. Last season, according to PFF, J.C. Tretter, 78.7 overall grade, better pass blocker, which personally for me is what I look for with Derek Carr. At number 4, it's Ode Obashi, and I don't know if I say it right. I probably aboshed it, right? The reason why I'm going to go him over JC is because he actually plays guard. And last season, he played 298 snaps at guard. And mainly, he is a right guard. He has played a little bit of left guard, just a little bit here. PFF grade of a 68.2 overall. Y'all can see his pass blocking, his run blocking. But also, I'm all about trying to gain a competitive advantage. Last season, he played with the Los Angeles Chargers. And even if we don't know if he's going to make the team, I would love to bring him in during training camp and try to learn just an extra thing against an AFC West rival. The next name coming in here, and this is where it gets interesting. It's Quentin Spain. And Quentin Spain has bounced around with a few different NFL teams here and there, and some of y'all are going to be like, wait, where's Riley Reif? Riley Reif, he went to the Bears today on Tuesday, but Spain is a left guard. he can play some right guard, and I personally think that you can make an argument that Spain would be a better option than John Simpson, and then you put Spain at left guard, you kick Dylan Parham over to right guard. He's played at least 720 snaps every year since 2016. A 72.3 overall PFF grade. Not as great in the pass game, but if you're looking for a run dude who can just really establish himself and beat people up, that's what Quentin Spain is going to try to do. So here's your opportunity. Be the GM. Be Dave Ziegler. If you had to sign an offensive lineman, you had to. I'm telling you right, you got to. David Zahn just sent you a super chat, and you have to sign an offensive lineman. Who would it be? Let me know in the comments. Is it this next name up here? Because this next name coming up is a name that I never really quite know what you're going to get. And it's Eric Flowers. Because growing up where I did, I got a lot of family that's Giants fans. They hate Eric Flowers because he was terrible for them. And sometimes you get certain players who are built to be certain positions. They first started him out as an offensive tackle, and he had an okay year here and there, but he's a better guard. Now, he is a left guard, and he's played in at least 588 snaps every year since 2015, okay? And if you're the Raiders, I use him as a left guard, and kind of very similar to what I said about Quentin Spain, you can then kick Dylan Parham over to right guard, have Andre James as a center, and then you have John Simpson as your backup. But he is number 2 on this list. And no disrespect to every other player that I went through and talked about, but it shouldn't surprise you, the number 1 player that the Raiders should look at in free agency, it's Darrell Williams. I tweeted this out. It's on my Twitter at Mitchell Renz 365. Retweet it if you want. If you want the Raiders to sign Darrell Williams, Williams can play right tackle and he can play right guard. If Alex Leatherwood struggles at tackle, kick Leatherwood in the right guard, you have Darrell Williams out there at right tackle. If Leatherwood picks up the right tackle position, then you put Darrell Williams at right guard. All I'm saying is this. Last season, 600 snaps at right guard, 571 at right tackle. And when you look at the PFF grade, 67.5 overall, it's not great. But when he's played right tackle, this guy is one of the better right tackles in the league. And personally, I think Buffalo did him dirty putting him as a guard, but they needed to because that's how that made that football team better. The fact that Riley Reiff just signed a contract for about $12.5 million, I don't think Williams gets as much because he's not a left tackle. If I was Williams, I would ask for that amount of money. But when I look at Morgan Moses making about $5.5 million a year, Riley Reiff making $12.5 million, Darrell Williams to me is probably going to go somewhere in the middle of $8 million per year. So after the free agents, then you got to look at some players that I believe are trade targets. And I try to come up with a list of like realistic trade targets because people are always going to be like, oh, just, trade for the best guy, Quentin Nelson. Not going to happen. Wyatt Davis is a name to keep in mind. I would throw the Minnesota Vikings the 7th round pick for Davis because I don't think Minnesota has put him in the best situation, and I would like Carmen Brasillo to work with a player like Davis who looked really damn good when he first came out of college. 2 guys from the Eagles, Isaac Samalu, hopefully I pronounced that right, Andre Dillard, a former first-round pick, another dude. I'd kick him over to right tackle, let him do his thing. Juwan Taylor is a right tackle, and then Mekhi Becton. Those would be the players right now that I would at least pick up the phone, call those teams and say, hey, how much does it cost to get these guys? Now, before I wrap up today's Denzelle Good replacement video, it's crystal balls time. Look into them right now. Who is going to be the Raiders starting right guard this upcoming season? I'm going to be looking in the comments. All right, y'all. Jeremy, give some shout-outs. I need a sip of water here.
All right,
the voice you hear in the background is Jeremy Chugs, just so y'all know.
All right, here, I'll pull it up. Let's see. Paradise Poppy said it's Parham. A lot of messages for you to check your Venmo.
Yikes.
Yeah. You might want to check that. I was going to tell you, but you were in the flow of the show, and you were going. Let's see. Brian Shoemaker says, I should start at right guard. I actually started at left guard. I could make the transition. I'm a pulling guard. We'll see what happens. I'll talk to Ziegler later on this week. Pick up Darrell Williams. Let's see. A lot of Parhams. People liking Dylan Parham. Darrell Williams. What are we looking at?
We owe some boots.
Zon! Let's go!
We owe some boots. We got 4 boots to do.
We
I
have
don't know.
4 boots to do.
Zon, as soon as I just stretched and did that, Zon just messaged
Jack, can
me
you
on
take it under your
Instagram.
mask?
He just messaged me and said, "Drink up, bud." We'll drink up. We'll drink up.
Oh,
David
man.
Zahn in the chat. Mwah. You're crazy. You're just.
You're crazy.
I don't even know what to do.
You're crazy, David.
All right, so here's the thing, y'all. I said every $100 super chat that we get in, we would do a boot today.
Said David's on.
And David just basically just said, "F y'all." You doing one?
Tyler said he'd do one, so that's it.
All right, you're gonna do one? You gotta come over here then.
Ooh! Our boss.
Oh man, we're gonna get COO Brett Scott to do a boot.
Ooh.
So I owe a boot. Jeremy owes a boot. It's a cold boot. It's freezing.
I don't think I need to full screen.
Yeah, you're gonna just put me up. Brett's gonna do a boot. Tyler Jones live is gonna do a boot. Oh boy,
Let's
we
get
got a
the-
lot of different screens popping up right now.
I don't understand the map.
It's just- there's a lot going
There we
on.
go.
The accounting team.
There we go.
We got it. We figured it out.
Brett.
Let's get those chugs going in the chat. Let's get some Bretts going in the chat. I mean, depending on how you hold that next to the green screen, you might be able to get away with it. Yeah, see.
He finished it.
It's gone. All right, everyone, cheer on Brett. He's got
Brett,
3 kids.
Brett,
This is
Brett,
even more
Brett,
impressive
Brett,
because
Brett,
of that.
Brett. He's changing diapers after this.
Maybe not. I don't know. He might be changing his own. I'm not sure. Buddy Bear says, "Chug it."
Can't spill on the shirt.
PG, Brett's wearing blue. You're right. You can see.
Blue shirt on.
Very proud of you. Devin White, what up? Matthew DeLong, PG 2869.
Let's get those Bretts in the chat.
I guess people don't like that you're wearing a blue shirt, which I have yet to be able to figure out why.
Well, Kamala was wearing a blue shirt.
Oh, it's because if you wear blue, you're a Cowboys fan apparently.
Oh.
I will say that's not even the right blue.
We'll get Marshall in here with his Giants.
That's not even the right blue.
Right? I'm not taking this down much very fast.
Yeah, you're not doing your best. All right,
Yeah, it's okay. Coop kind of screwed us with the cold beers.
Jack Kenna, been on here for 1,000,000 years. Wow, that's impressive. Please shout out to the nation and all the content creators. I mean, 1,000,000 years you've been on YouTube.
Shout out.
Today.
That's
Yeah, the
Headache from the cold one?
yeah
Oh,
the cold
dude,
the cold one.
the cold beers are just an absolute nightmare. Also, for those of you that are wondering what the hell am I watching right now, we are live on the Raiders Report, and we got a mailbag coming up. And then after that,
There we go.
we still owe 3 more bootskis. One for me, one for Jeremy,
Oh wow.
one for some other random person out there in the Chat Sports Studios.
You gotta work on your pricing strategy.
Yeah, you're probably right. But you know what? We're doing the right things. We're doing the right things around here. Danny Sandoval said no straw. What do you mean no straw? I mean,
I said Chiefs fans take their shots with straws.
oh God. There's a little, what's like the thing on a bottle? It's like a nipple. Is that what it's called? A nipple?
A little nipple?
A little nipple? Put a nipple on that for you. All right, y'all, we got a mailbag coming up right now. We got
Ooh.
hashtag Raiders, or you can super chat. Get those questions and comments on the show.
We need another boot. No cold beers.
Yeah, this is. We
No
owe
cold beers.
3 more boots. This was just a.
Well,
So-
no, we got me, you, and Tyler.
Yeah, it's just a wild thing that has happened today. David's on. It's because of you, David. I don't know,
Coop.
David. If you
No cold beers.
Yeah, easy on the cold beers out there, fellas. We got some warm beers that are just casually laying in the kitchen. Let's use those. Let's get those.
I was told cold beers.
No cold beers.
No cold beers. Can't do cold beers
You can't chug it.
unless Zahn really truly wants it. But I don't know. Everyone though, seriously, type David Zahn in the chat. He's the reason why we're doing all this crazy stuff today. He's been
Oh, we have some more super chats.
the MVP, and yes, we do have some more super chats that we are going to hit here on the Raiders Report. So let's go to Raiderman01. Mitch, someone keeps titling the room here.
Tilting.
Tilting?
He said, Mitch, someone keeps tilting the room here, or maybe I'm just getting lit watching you guys.
Maybe.
Just win, baby.
Yeah? All right. Let's go to Mason Tura. Brian Shoemaker said Jeremy Chubbs is the replacement. David Zahn said Venmo, check it. Nation, hit that like button. Lastly, that boot is warm enough for y'all.
Oh! Zahn. David Zahn.
Somebody shot instead of a boot for that one?
I don't know. Zahn, you're a madman.
Man, you're crazy.
All right.
This Zahn guy, he's crazy.
So I owe 2 boots now, apparently.
This from Raider Man. For sure, Daryl Williams, no question. Just win, baby.
All right, David, I'll let you pick. So one of the guys out there said company-wide fireball shot, or do you want me to do another boot? It's up to you.
Also, the bots are in there. We got bots.
We got bots. Type
Sex
B.
bots.
Get rid of the sex bots.
Type bot.
B.
Type bot.
Get rid of the sex bots. They're like, all right, all these guys are drinking
They
beer.
saw 3 attractive gentlemen on the screen. The sex bots, they're coming in.
They're out of control now. Thank you, Buddy Bear. Thank you, PG.
It didn't happen until David Zahn was on the screen. They were like, oh,
Very,
shit.
very true. Very
this
true.
David Zahn guy.
I mean,
Hubba hubba.
David, what do you want? Company-wide fireball shot, or do you want me to do a boot? No matter what, I'm going to do one boot. But then do you want me to do another boot? It's your show. You pick. Bruh, I don't know them. Drink up. All right, fair enough.
Wait, Tyler's coming in for his shot, or for his.
For his bootski.
And then I have one, and then you have one.
I have 2. I have 2. Tyler has 1. Jeremy has 1.
Present Tyler Jones.
All right, let's get Tyler
Go
Jones
ahead.
up here.
Get up there, Tyler.
How we doing?
Tyler Jones, you may have seen him on ESPN Plus. You may have seen him on Seahawks today.
Yes.
And here he is taking down a boot right now.
Ravens rundown.
Ravens rundown.
Produced by producer Jeremy.
Jeremy also produces Ravens. So here we go. You look 7 feet tall right now. Time you.
Oh, time you.
Oh, we're getting a timer. All right.
Tyler Jones
Will he
to
finish?
the face.
Will he finish it in 1 minute? You guys let me know why for yes and for no. When you start, I hit start.
All right, 3, 2, 1.
It's Tyler Jones.
Tyler Jones live.
Spam Jones in the chat.
Oh, he's got
he's
it.
going for it. He's going for it. Oh, little dog.
He's all right. He's doing good.
Let's
Keep
go,
it going.
Tyler.
30 seconds.
Chug.
That's the goal.
Chug.
Let's get it.
You got it, Tyler. Don't whip out on me now, Tyler. All the way from Broken Arrow, Oklahoma.
Time, 28 seconds.
New record.
28 seconds. That's impressive. No drips.
Record by 10 seconds.
No drips either. Look at that. A little bit of chest hair, but no drips.
There we go.
Raider Nation, hide your moms.
Oh, yeah.
It's Tyler Jones.
Oh, God. Oh, no. Oh, that's a hell of a
the
job.
MILF Hunter for a reason.
Oh, man.
Tyler Jones, hide your moms.
Zach Wilson's got nothing on Tyler Jones. That's all I know. All right, y'all. We owe a few more boots here because David's a crazy SOB. So this is what we're going to do.
We need a boot refill.
Yep. We need 3 more boots. So 3 more boots. All right, y'all. So this is what's going to happen. I'm going to get into a mailbag now so you guys can use hashtag Raiders or Super Chat.
I'm going to have to time me whenever we do it.
Get those questions and oh, dude, I'm going to try to go for it now.
What was his time?
28 seconds.
28.
I didn't get the exact decimals. Technically, you could see it if you go back and you watch the tape. If anybody else has the exact time, please let me know. I got him at 28 seconds. But we got 570 people tuning in. Today's show has been brought to you by David Zahn. Jeremy's got a boot.
Oh, Trace is going to do one.
Can I do a beer bong?
See, that's not the bit. That's not the
bit is
bit.
the boot.
I'll do a boot.
See, here's the thing though. I got to do 2. So either you take Jeremy's boot, or if Jeremy wants to take down the boot, that's fine. That's fine. That's up to you. I'll let you guys pick.
It's either you do
2 and he does 1, or we all do 1?
I have to do 2 no matter what.
I'm assuming David's just going to send in another 100, so you'll get a boot, I'll get a boot.
He said the last one. He said the last one was for me. So I got 2 boots. Jeremy's got a boot.
If anybody else wants to send in 100, we'll get Trace up here and get another boot.
Yeah, I didn't eat lunch today. It's going to get ugly.
Yeah, that could get really.
It's going to get fun.
Raiders.
Ty Davis, damn David, I could use some cash. Well, luckily for you guys, all the money that David sends in today does not go into anybody's wallet. It goes into making Chat Sports and the Raiders Report better. That's the coolest part about Super Chats.
Yeah, this is producer Trey. Send in a bunch of Super Chats because I'm trying to stay here and party with Raider Nation. Mitch is over here telling me that Raider Nation's better than Who Dat Nation, and I'm trying to make that be known. So let's party. Send in a bunch of supers.
All right, so I'm seeing Tyler's times between 28.76 and then 28.07. So we're somewhere in the 28s. Somewhere in the 28s. So what are you doing? You taking Jeremy's?
Is this Jeremy's or is this mine?
I'm saying we have 3 to do. I have 2, and then there's one other one out there. So whoever wants it. Do you want it?
Do it.
All right, guys, hang on a second. We're going to get the timer out again.
I'm not going to hit 28.
Not with that attitude.
We're going to try. We're going to certainly try.
You know what the worst part is? Where the heck do I find my timer?
David says, how much till the sexy hundo is met?
Oh, Jesus. All right.
Let's go.
So Trace is going to try to beat Tyler's time of 28. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, there we go. Okay, so I get 1, Trace gets 1, you get 2. We're set. We're set.
John Lord, you think that I can get 27 seconds? Does that boot fit? Holy shit. All right, we got another one. I don't know what's going to happen here today. If we get to $1,000 in Super Chats, I'll throw in another boot.
Raiders.
We are $250 away, or $260 away from 1,000. If that happens, we're going to throw in another boot.
You won't believe who's calling me right now.
Jeremy's mom is calling him.
Mom,
I'm on the Raiders report.
Sorry, Mom.
Mom, I'm at work. I'm doing important stuff.
With Mitchell Renz.
Oh, my God. We still got 2 more segments to go. John Lord. All right, John, you're giving Trace his. Killax says, I just got a super. Just working from home with my daughter. All right, here we go, Trace. The time to beat, 27 seconds, 0.08, whatever the hell that is. So, you got to beat that. That was set by Tyler Jones when you're ready. Sorry for all y'all just tuning into a random Raiders Report show, but that's what you're going to get today. So, yep, we got 2 more segments to go.
Let's go.
You ready to go? When you start, I start.
Oh, he started with it to the side.
Oh, there's a lot of drip though. You gotta calm that drip. No! Too much drip. Too much drip.
Ooh.
Boo! Boo that man. No, you can't. You don't even
another $100 super chat.
Oh my God! You can't get shown up by a Seahawks guy. Oh no!
Trace, you gotta finish it. Let's go.
This is getting out of hand. Yeah, you gotta finish it.
Oh, I think they want Tyler back.
I don't know if they do. You can't get shown up by a Seahawks guy. Yeah, I mean,
Buddy Bear.
That's totally okay with me.
I'm getting nervous now. This is getting out of hand.
Woo.
What are you doing? You gotta finish it. Come on.
Come on. Trace.
The Jones chug was impressive.
Trace.
Jones right away. That's just not fair.
Come on.
Come on.
A dripper's a quitter. Oh my God. Come on. We gotta take this down. Who dat? Boo hoo dat nation. There's only one nation. Seepman found that one out. All right, so I owe 2 boots. Jeremy owes a boot. Someone else is going to have to do another boot.
Seeps.
All right.
Oh,
Oh man.
Seeps if he wants a boot.
All right, guys. We're going to do a mailbag. Let's get the mailbag. I'm just going to say this. We got 4 more boots to do. I don't care if I got to do them. I'd have never thrown up on a show, but 4 boots would probably do it. I know that for a fact.
Yep.
And if I do those 2 boots for this mailbag, and then before my other segment, it's going to be a shit show and nobody's going to watch it. So I will do my best, Michael Rain. I promise you.
Let's get to these because
I love this.
These aren't going to make it in the mailbag.
Just working from home with my daughter, getting a kick out of you guys, getting drunk. Keep it up. I'm jealous. I can't do that while working. Well, you know what? I don't know if I'm going to be able to keep it up if I keep taking down all these beers right now.
We're hiring.
But hey, we are hiring at Chat Sports. What, 4 jobs? Depends what you want to do. All right, what up, Buddy Bear? You can't get shown up by a Seahawks guy. Chug, 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 chug. Raiders! Well, I at least get 2 shots to do it. We'll see if it ends up happening. I don't know. We'll see if it ends up happening. I think I can do a halfway decent job. 27 seconds, though. That's legit. I mean, that's a really, really good time with a boot. Not going to lie. That's impressive. All right, y'all. This is what we're going to do here. I'm going to get into a mailbag, then we're going to do a Rumble After Hours show. I promise before I go over to Rumble, we will do all these beer drinks because they happen on YouTube.
You know what?
What?
Maybe we do the boots on Rumble. Maybe we do a couple of the boots on Rumble.
No, I feel bad. I can't do the boot on Rumble. It happened on YouTube. It wouldn't be right.
Did someone say 2 shots? David Zahn just said 2 shots.
You're going to do some shots? All right.
Oh, Marshall. Come here.
Okay.
All right. Marshall, come here.
Do we have shot glass?
Shot. Everybody. Yeah, we need some more shot skis. I'll say this though. We're at 900 in supers. We need $100 more. I was just told if we get to 1,000 in supers, I don't have to end the live stream on YouTube. So usually when we do Rumble After Hours, I got to end the show here on YouTube, and then I go over to Rumble. If we get to 1,000, I don't have to end it here on YouTube. Let's make it happen. I don't know. I'm ready to party now.
Shot.
Yeah? You want some shots? All right. So Zahn wants some shots. Zahn wants some shots.
3.
We're just going to pour both of these up for you.
Okay.
There you go. Take that. Everyone, major shout out to Marshall Green, most famously known for popping on the Raiders Report for our Davante Adams show, which that got out of hand rather quickly.
Oh, actually, there's 2 more shots that Marshall needs to do.
Why is that?
Because David sent in a 50.
Ooh.
Zahn, you can't fuck with me.
Ooh, boy. Dropping F-bombs. Easy on the F-bombs.
That's on me.
Yeah, we got Kill. We got Kill AKB8. He's watching this with his daughter. You can't be doing that.
Shout out to her. Go Raiders.
Ooh,
Trace. All right, y'all. We're going to get into a mailbag here, and then we're going to keep the party going. I owe y'all.
Those shots were presented by Panda Subs.
Those shots. Shout out to Panda Subs. If you're trying to live healthier, no. All right, y'all. We got a mailbag, and then so use hashtag Raiders or Super Chat. We got 4 more boots to do. They will come at the end of today's show. So after this mailbag, 4 boots. I don't know how it's going to be done. I don't know who's going to do them. I know I got 2. Jeremy's got 1. Somebody else out there. I might have to make one of the new guys do something. I don't know. See, he looks like he wants something. Yeah, see, not yet. You're a little too eager. See, just came out of college. He's ready to go. All right, y'all, so use hashtag Raiders right now. Get those questions, those comments here on the show, and then I'm going to answer all those. We're going to do this mailbag for the next 12 to 15 minutes. So seriously, hashtag Raiders or Super Chat. Get those questions, comments on the show right now. Raider Nation, what's going on? You're watching the Raiders Report, and today's mailbag is presented by Panda Subs. Remember, use code JustBurnBaby. You're going to save 35% off at pandasubs.com. If you're looking to get into better shape, I promise you this. You use Panda Subs products, And also, make sure you eat a little healthier as well. You're going to definitely notice a difference. Use the code. It's only available for a short amount of time. They just released some new products, and they will go quick. Let's go to the first one coming in here. It's from Get_2Nasty, and this is actually a super thanks that we got earlier in the week. How you been, bro? And thanks for the Raider content. Love your Raiders gear. Remember, if y'all can't join the live show, as I burp up some Fireball, if y'all can't join the live show, always remember you can send in a super thanks. We'll put you up on screen here. It's just like a super chat. Let's go to Highlight King. Could you see the Raiders trading for an offensive lineman? I mean, personally, Jeremy, if you could bring up that List 5 logo of some of those trade candidates, here were the players that I thought made the most sense in terms of making a deal and being realistic candidates. Offer a 7th for Davis. I would offer maybe a 5th-round pick here for Isaac. I would offer a 3rd-round pick for Andre Dillard. He was a former 1st-rounder in 2019. Jawan Taylor, Mekhi Becton. These are some solid players. I would put these 3 at right tackle, kick Alex Leatherwood, and then the right guard. Those are some of the players that I would look at to potentially trade for. Let's go to Jeff Rogers, one of the OGs. Do you think this is Josh Jacobs' last year with the Raiders? Yeah, I do. And I can understand that there's some people out there that might disagree with that take, but you got to read the tea leaves here a little bit, and it's going to be Jacobs' last year with the Raiders. Let's go to Abraham Mendoza. Will Waller get his contract during or after training camp? I mean, I was hoping that it would be done already, personally. I think it's going to happen before the season starts, but again, it is still a big old shrug emoji. I don't have all the answers here for you, but I'm hoping it gets done sooner rather than later. What up, Victor? Here's my wild Jesse Bates trade idea. Okay. We get Bates, and the Bengals get Abram, Teamer, and then a 2nd-round pick in 2023. Jeremy, if you could make that graphic for me real quick, that way they can see what that would look like. I mean, here's the issue. If I'm the Bengals, and I've said this before, I want a 1st-round pick at least, right? If Seattle can get 2 1st-round picks for Jamal Adams, I would be dumb not to get at least 1 1st-rounder. So here's what the trade would look like. The Raiders would get Jesse Bates. The Bengals would get Abram, Teamer, and then a 2nd-round pick. If I'm the Raiders, I say yes to this. Like, I hope that Abram can be better. I like Roderick Teamer. He's a good player. But for Cincinnati, this is a no-go. If the Raiders offered me this and I was in the Cincinnati room, I would say no. But what do you guys think? Who wins this trade here? Is it the Raiders, type LV, or is it the Cincinnati Bengals? I want you to type CIN. Who do you think wins this deal if it ends up going down? And because these trades always go viral on social media when I post them, if you want to send it in, you can please do so. Just send it on Twitter, put it on Instagram, tag me on it, at Mitchell Renz 365. Let's go to Impresario as I see a super chat coming from Daniel Jimenez, which means we hit at 1,000, which means we got another boot to do. Isn't Leather best on the left side, and wasn't Simpson better on the right side in this NFL history? No, I think Simpson's a left guard. That's where I think that he's the best slotted at personally. And Leatherwood might have been better on the left side when he played at Alabama. But for me, usually you're better offensive lineman go on the left side. I don't trust Leatherwood yet to be on that left side yet. And maybe he would be a little bit better next to Colt Miller since Miller's such a stud. But that Raiders right side of the line does have a lot of answers that need to be had. And I think he's a good right guard. Let's keep the party going. This has been an absolute shit show, but I wouldn't rather do it with any other group of people than the die-hard Raider fans. David Zahn says, we need Ron. I haven't seen Ron since I saw Ron face down at a wine tasting in California. He might still be there. I don't know. We had a lot to drink that day. Daniel, though, you did get us across that big old benchmark. We're going to be drinking a little bit here on the Raiders Report. So you guys, if you're at home, get ready because it's about to get wild. What up, Nick McBride? Who would you want at right guard if you could pick, Mitch? Dylan Parham. Dylan Parham, or I would pick Alex Leatherwood. Those would be my top two. Parham, Leatherwood, if it was up to me. Nick, I appreciate the question. All right, y'all, if you love the Raiders, subscribe to the Raiders Report. I never know what's going to happen here on this crazy live show, but I do know this. I'm going to get you guys a live video every single Tuesday, 6 p.m. Eastern Time, 3 p.m. Pacific. I'm going to be live doing watch parties for every single Raiders game this season, preseason games included. I'll also get you a video every single day. Why? I got that commitment to excellence, and I know you guys do too. So hit that sub button. Let's go to Jersey. What up, Jersey? Who would still trade for Bradley Roby after all the news of cornerback so far in training camp? Would I do this? Sorry. I don't know if I would do it based on how much I'd have to give up. Like, if I give up a 7th-round pick for Bradley Roby, yes. Do I think New Orleans would give up Roby for a 7th-rounder? No. I don't really think that makes a lot of sense for them. But even though that the corners have been looking better, you also have to remember, it's been 7-on-7 drills. There's no pads. No pads on practice. So you got to take everything with a grain of salt. And Bradley Roby, to me, is still a solid corner who could help out this team. All right, what up, Javi? Appreciate the super. Any free agent being brought in for a visit? Well, technically, the only free agent that the Raiders brought in today was Abdullah Anderson. He's from Bucknell. He played last season. He had 1 tackle. He was brought in on Tuesday, but again, it's not that big of a name. He's the defensive lineman, a little bit undersized at 297 pounds, 6'3". The Raiders seem like they might be looking for some extra depth at the defensive tackle spot because Hankins is out, Bilal Nichols is out. But when I am filming, Vernon Butler did just get cleared, and he's going to be back with the Raiders pretty soon. Now, if y'all are looking to get in the best shape of your life, I want you to check out these brand new products that were just released here by Panda Sups. It's called Burn 2.0, and if you go to pandasups.com, you go to shop, you go down to Thermogenics. If you use code JustBurnBaby, y'all, you're all going to be able to save 35% off on these brand new products here. And if you're wondering what the flavor is, it's strawberry watermelon. Tastes absolutely phenomenal. Some of the benefits of that Burn 2.0, you're going to be able to focus better. 350 milligrams of caffeine, added fat burning. Replace your energy drinks, replace your pre-workouts, stay more laser focused at work, or maybe you work at home with your daughter. Take a scoop of this stuff, and I promise you guys are going to be highly energized. You know what I'm talking about here. Pandasups.com, that link's available for y'all. Comment section, description, just use code JustBurnBaby. Let's go to Brandon Jasper. We're not the only ones who are drunk. Who do you think is going to be DC's backup, and who do you want? And then he's sending it again. Who is going to be DC's backup, and who do you want? So Brandon Jasper, he's taking some boots here. There's no doubt about it. Who is going to be DC's backup? My guess is Nick Mullins. Jared Stidham has not looked good from what I've heard. He got picked off by Duron Harmon today. It's just the overall talent of Stidham, it's just not there. I'm not saying Nick Mullins is a good back or a great backup. He's a good backup. He's just clearly more talented than Stidham. Stidham just knew the offense. That's why McDaniels, that's why Ziegler wanted to go out and make the deal for them that they did this offseason by trading for somebody who they felt was confident that could pick up the playbook. All right, let's go to this next one coming in from Trask Morgan. Are we Super Bowl contenders this year? I will say this. Everybody is a Super Bowl contender if they can stay healthy and if you play the right football when it matters the most. But I think that this team right now is a playoff team, and they are close to being a Super Bowl contender, but they need to add an extra depth here at defensive tackle. I would like for them to sort out the offensive line because from a skill position standpoint, the Raiders are loaded on offense. From a defensive standpoint, their linebackers look good. Their secondary looks a lot better than I thought. But I am a believer that football is won in the trenches, and the biggest question marks around this team, defensive tackle, offensive line. That scares me a little bit. Let's go to Rammer FE46. Is John Simpson going to start at left guard? I think he's the odds-on favorite, and if I were to be making a bet about this, I would pick John Simpson. However, I'm hoping that it's going to be Dylan Parham. And if you were to ask me, okay, who would be a better left guard? I think it would be Parham. Holy shit. Oh, boy. All right, Raider on. He's ready to go. All right, fair enough. Oh, man, it's about to get weird. Yep, but how about y'all answer in the comments section. Type S for start, B for bench. Is John Simpson going to start at left guard? Let me know what you guys are thinking down in the comments section. Whoo, boy, Raider on. Hey, Mitch, glad I could finally make a live show. Are we still looking at some linebackers or DTs? Cheers, bud. Raider on, you and Zahn, guys, are just the craziest people that I have ever come across. And I don't really know if you know what you signed up for here, but we're going to be drinking for a while. I'm going to leave really drunk. Hope you all are ready to party. In terms of linebackers, they look good. Your top linebackers right now, Denzel Parham, Divine Diablo, Jalen Brown. From what I've been told, those three guys are the clear-cut three best linebackers, which makes me a little bit nervous about Kyler Fackrell here. But if Darian Butler's an interesting name, UDFA at Arizona State. He was somebody that I talked about because he has connections with Antonio Pierce, who was one of his linebackers coach at Arizona State. Butler has looked pretty good from what I understand. Now, he might not make that 53, but could be that one of those practice squad guys. Excuse me. And then DTs at this current moment, no. All right, Brandon Jasper. Yup, had some boots. I figured. Somehow I'm losing my voice right now, which I've been sick for like a week and a half, so I'm sure all this beer and Fireball is going to be really good for me. But, you know what? That's a good way to get rid of it. Here we go. Aishan Gussel. Anything on Darrell Williams? No. The only thing that's really has happened recently is Riley Reef signed a contract with the Bears. He got $12.5 million. We'll see if something happens, though, with Darrell. He might just be playing a waiting game at this point. So, Raider Ron just sent a message to Zahn. I got you, Zahn. What's up, brother? You too. David Zahn, Raider Ron. Believe me, we say your names very frequently here at Chat Sports. Homer Clarkson, do you think Trayvon Mullen will be ready for the regular season? No. I'm kind of done with the whole let's wait and see what happens with Trayvon Mullen. He does need to be ready by August 23rd. If not, because he's on the PUP list, he is going to be inactive for the first 4 weeks. This isn't news. I'm not reporting it. It's just me giving my 2 cents on what I think happens. I think Trayvon's not going to be ready by August 23rd. He ends up going on IR. He misses the first 4 weeks of the season, and then the Raiders hope that he's back by week 5. That's my personal opinion. But what do you guys think? What is your confidence level in Trayvon Mullen? I want you to scale it from 1 to 10. 1 being you're not confident at all in Trayvon Mullen being ready to go by the regular season. 10 being Mitch, you're crazy. He's going to be 100% ready to go by the regular season. Let's go to Michael Rain. Who gets cut from other teams who the Raiders can pick up? There's definitely going to be some Bucs receivers that end up getting the axe, even though the Raiders' wide receiver room does look pretty solid right now. One of the guards that I talked about earlier, his name is Isaac Samalu from the Philadelphia Eagles. He could be somebody to keep in mind. Ross Blacklock, he's a defensive tackle for the Houston Texans that I've seen being thrown out there. I mean, I've made a few of these videos over on Chat Sports, Michael, so if you want to see those, I put out a list of one player that could be a surprise cut candidate, one player that could be a cut candidate. So if you see any of those names over at Chat Sports, please go check it out. All right, y'all. I'm getting ready to wrap up this mailbag here. Remember, if I didn't get to y'all's questions, hit me up on IG and on Twitter at Mitchell Renz 365. And if you are watching this show live, I don't know what's about to happen. I can't guarantee a lot of things, but I'm going to leave here drunk today. That's a guarantee. That one's for just win, babies. So appreciate everyone who tuned in. Appreciate everyone having a good time here. Here's a good question for everyone who is this after or is this during the cut? What do you want? All right, we'll do it. All right, what's the best tailgating food? Because I need to know, because I'm going to try to make some burgers when I get home, if I'm even able to. We'll see what happens. Let me know in the comments what's the best tailgating food. All right, y'all. You all ready to get this party started? I hope so. So here's the thing. We owe a few boots, and if y'all are keeping track at home, I got to do 2 boots. Jeremy's got to do a boot. Seatman's going to do a boot. And I might even do another boot. We'll see how this thing goes. I definitely need 1 boot, though. So we're going to fill me up a boot right now. It's going to get weird here. So if you guys are wondering, we got Trace on the mic. Jeremy, he went to go take a pee real quick. Trizzy, if you want to hang out here, if you want to get some L3s for you, that way people can follow you. We'll get, if you got one for Seeps, we already got some in there for Jeremy. You guys ready? PG2869 says soup. I said super chat. Not regular soup. Shout out to Ron. Zon said, crap, I got to get more beer out of the fridge. That's all right, man. That's all right. It depends which girlfriend you bring. Yikes. Very, very fair. Very, very fair. All right. The words are starting to slur here a little bit. I see Jones is standing up. I think he wants another go at the 27 seconds. What do you got for me, Jonesy? Okay, so here's the thing, though. I owe 2, so I'm going to do the first. All right, so let me do this one, and then you can try to beat your record, and then we'll get some other guys up on here as well. Here's the thing. I wish I could sit up here and do all the boots. Is that cold? Okay, good. I was going to say, I'm going to be mad if it's cold. All right, I do need your assistance, though. So we're going to time it because I'm going to try to beat Jones's 27-something seconds. So you're going to come over here. Everyone, meet Patrick Seatman.
I can apologize to Raider Nation now. I'm sorry for calling it Vikes Nation on Twitter last night. That was my fault.
So I quote
anybody. That's on me.
I quote tweeted him and I said, "There's only one nation." He said Vikes Nation. He's from Minnesota, so I don't blame him totally. All right, so earlier on the show, we had a bunch of super chats come in. You're going to see 6 boots go down. For those of you that don't know what a boot is, it is 6 beers. It's 3 beers. So, yeah, I already talked to Todd, but we owe 6 boots. Every $100 super chat that comes in is going to be a boot. So, just keep that in mind. So, if we leave for some pee breaks.
Raiders.
Oh, boy.
Raiders.
I know I owe 2.
Raiders.
Jeremy owes 1. Tyler's going to do 1.
Raiders.
And Seeps is going to do 1. All right, here we go. When I start, let that timer get it going as well. I got 27 seconds. I'm going to try not to drip, so hang on a sec. Everyone type chug, please. All right, ready? 3.
Spam chug. Chug, 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 chug. Come on, Mitch! Come on! Chug, Mitch! Here we go, Renz! Come on, Renz! Oh! Just a little drippage.
We do have to say.
Little drippage.
We do have to say. Time penalty for the drippage.
+5. 5 seconds.
Puts them at 26.4.
+5? All right. I'll take a 5-second penalty. 26 is the new record. I dripped a little bit, though. You guys can see. A little drip. Those aren't nip.
You need a
Yep, Tyler's got one coming up. 26 seconds. We'll add some penalties for the drip.
You need a restroom before your next one, or?
Nope, we're going to do it.
Oh God!
Hang on, I got to take a knee. I got to tie my shoe.
Everyone spam Mitch because he's tying his shoe and he's MIA and honestly he's heaving over the trash can. He's about to throw up. Spam Mitch so he doesn't puke.
Yeah, we're feeling a certain type of way. For everyone who's just randomly tuning in right now to the Raiders Report, I go live every Tuesday. We break down news, we break down rumors, we talk about the silver and black. All that stuff happened already. However, when you guys are ready to party, because, I mean, if you've never been to an Oakland tailgate, you missed out on your chance. I've been to some good Raiders parties in my day, but I'm telling y'all right now, I know the nation likes to party. I think that's why we get along as well as we do. But sometimes when people send in super chats, their guys are ready to party, and I'm ready to party too. And for everyone wondering, well, I saw one guy said, Mitch can drink. I can eat a lot too. And some people were like, wow, I never thought that you actually could drink that much until I saw you eat. I took down Raiders defensive tackle Jonathan Hankins in an eating competition. Oh, my God. I know, Trace said he isn't even eating his lunch yet. I didn't eat either, so Tyler Jones is going to come on here. So I did mine in 21 seconds, but I spilled beer. So I took a 5-second penalty. 5-second penalty, which now means the record to beat is 26 seconds. Tyler had 27 earlier.
With no spillage.
No spillage. You're right. No spillage. So this is what we're going to try to do. He's going to try to beat it. And you got gray on, so I'll see.
Oh yeah, I coincidentally. Yes.
He's got his Raiders colors on. All right.
He's a
Follow
Raider.
me on Twitter, everybody. At Tyler Jones Live.
We can get you a link in there. Hang on a sec. How about this? If you guys want to give Tyler a follow on Twitter, maybe I can do this quick. I don't know if I can. Twitter. My reflexes are not as sharp as what they usually are. We got too many Slack messages. What is this? Who invented Slack? All right, Tyler Jones Live. Let's go here. All right, I can't even.
There we go.
Did you get it?
I can grab it for you, Mitch.
I got it. You don't have to touch me. All right, there's the link. Give Jonesy a follow for helping me out here staying alive as the words keep on slurring. Staying alive, staying alive. All right, can he beat 26 seconds? Y for yes, N for no. When he starts, I start. Y for yes, N for no. Can he do it?
3, 2, 1.
The clock is on. 3 beers.
Oh, he just took the bubble like a
Oh,
champ.
dude. Don't make him laugh. We got him. He's doing good. He's going to beat it. He's going to beat the time. Come on, Jonesy.
Let's go, Jonesy.
Come on, Jonesy.
Oh, he's all
Time.
20.
20. He did it.
Yeah!
Oh, man.
Oh,
That's impressive. 20 seconds.
20.6.
20.6. That's the official time. No spillage. Very impressive.
Wow. Okay.
Some combines are out there 40 times. This is a new 40 time. New record.
Oh, wow.
Holy crap is right.
Get his link in the chat some more.
Oh, man. That was
Get
impressive.
Follow that man on Twitter.
That was impressive.
Wow.
Wow. Oh, that was... All right, we got a super chat coming in from Andrew Conway.
No drippage. I want a challenge flag. That's so
Artist
good.
to go. Richard Renz.
Oh,
Is that a relative?
that's my dad. Yeah. Tyler is the GOAT from Richie. What up, Dad? First off, Raiders! Second, what place do you think we land in the AFC West? My original projections came in at 2. I had the Raiders coming in at 10-7, which I thought was going to be second best in the AFC West. We'll see what happens. But I am also a man of my word, Jeremy, and I did say every $20 super chat that comes in today equals a shot of Fireball. What?
Somebody said Chugs looks like Ron Jeremy.
Well, I've only seen Jeremy from the belly button up, so I don't know.
Oh, I don't know.
All right, the next boot coming up here is going to be for Patrick Seatman. So hang on a second.
Seatman.
So I will say this. Seatman is the newest guy here at Chat Sports. And a lot of y'all are always like, where the hell do these super chats go? Well, believe it or not, they go to being able to hire new people here at Chat Sports. There was one time where it was just Tom Downey and I, and now we got a lot more people here who can help out and have a good time on the Raiders Report. So here's the thing. Seeps, the time to beat is 20 seconds. The time to beat is 20 seconds. It's not going to be easy. I mean, I'm going to try to beat it. I'm going to get messy again, but I spilled it 21 seconds.
Things are getting messy.
When you start, can he do it? Y for yes, N for no. When you're ready.
Oh, here we go.
Spin it, twist it, twist it, twist it, twist it.
Oh, no,
Okay.
he's got it.
He's got it.
He's good. He's good.
Fresh out of college. Don't make him laugh.
Oh, wow.
Little drip.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
Oh, shit.
Oh! 14.5!
We need to see the time.
14.5!
There's a little bit of drip. Little bit of drip.
With the 5 seconds, it's still 19.
It's
I need to see.
19.5.
I need to see it. What's the time on that?
Oh, my goodness.
What is the time on
We're
that?
not worthy.
Oh, my God.
We're not worthy.
So it was 20 seconds was the record. Did he do it? Look at the comments right now. God damn. I'm drinking while you're drinking. My wife is getting more pissed. That's all right.
Sorry, Jesse.
That's all right, Jesse. We're having a good time here. That was insane.
Wow.
He did. So he gets a 5-second penalty for some drippage. That's okay, though, because he's going to be close, man. He's going to be close. Loner said 13:46.
Ooh.
Can anybody else get me an official time on that?
Let's see.
We owe two more
let me
boots,
look
by
at
the way.
Let me look at the replay.
We owe 2 more boots, by the way.
Started.
You guys
I'm
watching
watching
it?
the replay right now.
Oh, man. All right, we're going to get the official time here.
13.84 is the official time.
13.84, slap 5 seconds on it. 18.84 is the new record. 18.84.
Jesse's last message.
Who?
Look at Jesse's last.
Oh, the sex bots. Get rid of them.
Get them out of here. Get those sex bots out.
Sorry, Jesse. Yeah, I can't do that on here. It's not legal in Texas. Type B to get rid of those sex bots. Get rid of the bots. Get rid of the bots.
Load up the boot.
Load up the boot. Chugs is up.
Oh, shit.
You good?
I think the next challenge we got to do is ice cold boots.
Ice cold.
We'll do ice cold boot challenges.
Slushy.
A slushy. A boot slushy. All right, y'all. Hopefully you guys are having a good time here. We are live here on the Raiders Report, and we go live every Tuesday for the news, for the rumors. Everyone say goodbye to Tyler Jones. Appreciate him tuning in. I mean, the fact that Seatman just did that beer boot, 1384, but we'll add a few seconds for the drippage because we got to have official times here. Very, very impressive. And the way that this live show is going to go, we got 2 more boots to do. After the boots, I'm heading out of here. So if the super chats keep coming in, we're going to keep the party rolling. Major shout out to guys like Raider Ron. I mean, he's one of the big MVPs. Today's show is literally presented by that crazy guy named David Zahn. I might get a t-shirt that's got David Zahn and Raider Ron just printed on my chest. I didn't show it, no. I said it. Ron Jeremy Chugs will get 12.5. Oh, God. Daniel Jimenez, one of the MVPs on today's show. Buddy Bear was like one of the biggest reasons why we started doing these boots. What is that? That looks. Did you pour that whole beer in there? That looks a little light. That looks like it's under the line a little bit. He knows it too.
He goes,
Jeremy tried to give it 2.75 beers. I'm not going to let him rip seeps off. Not going to let that happen. Trevor Higgs says tattoo. I'm getting a tattoo Thursday. Finishing off my sleeve.
3 full ones.
All right, so now, see, you can always tell by the line. If you don't know, that's the key. All right, everyone, can Jeremy beat 19.8? Or no, is it 18? It's 18.84 seconds.
I'm gonna have to say.
It's
It's gonna be hard.
Honestly, I see why Seep's got a girlfriend. That was impressive.
Yeah.
All right, Jeremy.
Free mustache ride.
Free mustache rides.
Seeps girl, you picked a good one.
All right, Jeremy, when you're ready, you get it going.
Spam Chugs.
Come on, kid. Chugs,
Come
beat
on,
it.
Chugs.
Come on, Chugs. It's your
Chugs
literal
is
name
nervous.
from David
He's
Zahn.
scared. Come on, give him some love. Come on, Chugs. You got it, buddy. Chug, 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 chug. Here comes that bubble.
Oh! Oh, no. I thought you were going to do it. You were making such a good pace. All right. And the record still lives. That was close, though. You still almost beat that with the burp.
Dude, the burp.
The burp killed you. I mean, you were at like 21 seconds with the burp. No drippage.
No drippage, but the burp fucked me.
Watch the F-bombs, man.
Go to Rumble.
Watch the F-bombs.
The burp freaked me.
Yeah, there you go.
It totally freaked me.
It totally tomed me over. All right, y'all. We have one more boot to do. It's going to be me. One more boot to do, and then we are heading on out of here unless you guys want to continue to drink, want to continue this party going here. It's been one hell of an adventure. There's no doubt about that. We got how many people left here? We got Seeps.
Dude, Tyler just texted me he's going to come back if somebody sends a $40 super chat right now.
Oh, my
He
God.
just texted me, I swear.
No, he's not. There's no chance that that's happening. All right, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people left here in the studio. Oh, set that record. David, here's the thing. I'm not the best. Like, I can drink a lot of alcohol. Like, I don't know if I can chug that fast. But if y'all were to be like, all right, who can do 10 beers the quickest? I could probably do 10 beers the quickest. I'm going to try to go for the record. I obviously have to. I mean, oh, hang on a second. We got Daniel Jimenez, one more boot. Oh, all right.
Spam Daniel.
Daniel, it's your money. Do you want me to do with the other one? It says one more boot for me, which I think I already have. I have 2 boots then. Do you want me to do it, or do you want Seep to try to beat his own record? What do you guys want? Another boot for the record, or you want fireball shots? What do you want? Oh, boy. Raider run! More boots!
There we go!
Let's get it going.
Raiders! Raiders! Raiders!
Oh, God.
Raiders! Raiders!
All right, so here's what's going to happen.
Raiders!
I owe y'all 2 more boots. Holy shit. Oh, all right, so I'm going to do a boot, and then since this happened, Ron, you crazy son of a gun. More boots, bring them back. All right, so either Chugs, Seeps, or Trace, they're going to do another boot. It's going to be weird, but it's all right. I don't know what's happening here. All right, I'm going to try to beat this record. My stomach is pretty full. Hang on, I got burp. Oh, boy, that was a burp. That's it. That was.
If you're gonna spew into this.
I promise you one thing. I've never thrown up on the show, but if I do it, you guys are going to be able to see. So, I have peed live on a show before, yes. I forget why we did that, but there was a bottle nearby, and y'all don't see what happens underneath. So, yeah, it's here we go. All right, so we need a timer. If somebody wants to come up here. So I'm going to have to pee after this. It's a fair warning. So you guys are going to see Jeremy Chugs. I'm just going to give him the headset. You guys can fix the L3s.
There we go. There we go. Timer set. Timer is set.
All right, guys, spam Mitch in the comments because he's going to need every single one of you to beat that record by seed.
Let's go.
What is it, 1884?
Brett just said if anybody needs an Uber, he's got us.
1884? 1884?
I only use Lyft. All right, whenever you're ready.
We might have to get some food after this.
Yep.
Just some micro, get some food.
Some Sandos.
I'll buy. I'm buying. All right.
Zahn's buying. Oh, okay.
3, 2, 1.
Let's go. Mitchell Renz of the Raiders Report. He's spilling a little. Oh, he's got a nice little flow. Oh, this is going to be more than a 5-second penalty. I'm telling y'all that right now. His shirt is wet. And time.
Too much.
19.
I tried to push it.
19. We're gonna add 10 seconds onto that piece.
I tried to push it. Couldn't do it.
Yeah, that's
Another boot.
That's not gonna cut it, Mitch. He that is his 3rd boot of the day, so I'm gonna give him a little slack. Ooh. Let's throw up another. Let's do the 2-cam. Let's throw up another weigh-in real quick. That best tailgate food. Woo. Wow. Yeah, this is pretty crazy. That's me, Jeremy Chugs.
I'm not Jeremy Chugs. I'm producer Trace, unfortunately. I wish I was Jeremy Chugs, though, because Chugs is the GOAT.
Mitchell Renz, currently out of action. He took a pretty hefty beer boot. Had to go to the loo. But we're going to ask you this. What's the best tailgating food? We all got the munchies right now. We're hungry. Yeah, get him a bib. Yeah, that one was a good little flow that he had going down. Yep, shot penalty for the spillage. Oh, I don't know if I could do that for him. I don't know if I could do that to Mitch. Lose the Saints jersey. Hey,
send a super chat and I'll pop the top. Let's get it going.
pop
Send a
the
super
top.
chat. I'll pop the top. Sorry, Brett.
Drop top, pop top. So, what's the best tailgating food? Let me know.
Jeremy, what do you think is the best tailgating food? You've been asking them, but you haven't weighed in.
The best tailgating food, in my opinion, I love some fajitas. Like some grilled fajitas, maybe
Yeah.
some corn tortillas.
See, I don't think you can go wrong on the what are they, armadillo eggs. You get the smoked jalapenos, stuff it with cream cheese, some brisket or something, wrap it in bacon, throw it on the smoker. Ooh, that'll get you good.
Take a
That'll
shot
get
for
you
him,
good.
Chugs. Yeah.
Hey, Ryan, I see you. Right,
got
jalapeno
you.
poppers are the move. I know that.
I
Yes,
got you.
sir.
Hey, I'm gonna pour one out for
You need
Mitch.
a glass.
Yeah.
You guys don't have any plans. I'm gonna buy food.
I'm gonna.
All right, guys. So Mitch just informed us that super chats are coming, double value. If we can get a $20 super chat, I'll do a beer bong. I promise you, I can do one in less than 5 seconds. Send $20, and I promise you, I'll do that. I'm way better.
Full roasted
than-
Peking duck. Trevor, I've never had that at a tailgate, but that sounds delicious right now. Chili cheese fries.
How much for Jeremy to
Pulsa.
take a shot off Trace? Mitch?
What?
How much for a shot to have Jeremy take one off of me?
$100.
$100. You heard him.
Ooh, Sonoran hot dogs. Those are fire.
Snoring hot dogs?
It's a hot dog.
Mitch is coming back, Vic. He's using the restroom. He's actually right here. He's
You can
coming
push us
back on.
full screen.
Yeah, I got you.
Mitchie's back. Sonoran hot dog is a hot dog wrapped in bacon with jalapenos and crema on top.
I don't like hot dogs.
You don't like hot dogs?
No.
What the
It's
hell?
honestly the one food that I do not like.
Are you not American?
I guess not. I am bloated as F though.
Yeah. Yeah.
I got a whole thing going on here. All right, y'all. So I owe y'all. I owe you guys one more boot. There we go. Just leave it in Jeremy's. Oh, is it still in your shirt? No. All right. So I still owe you guys one more boot. Seeps owes a boot. So he broke the record already.
Poured one out for you, Mitch.
I think we're caught up then because I owe one. He owes one. I think do we owe one more then? Oh my God, that hurt. Sorry for everyone who heard that at home. Sorry for everyone who's just randomly tuning into the Raiders Report now. We're trying to get through
Sorry, Mom. I know you're trying to call me, but I'm
all of these random super chats, but you know what? We're here to party. Oh, Trace has got a Raiders jersey on. Oh, man.
Let's go, Raiders! Let's go! Woo!
We got a super chat coming in. Remember, if you want to get featured on the show, send in that super chat right now. I'll tell you what, that's my third boot. I'm bloated. I've never done 4 boots in one show.
Let's go, Raiders!
I don't know what's going to happen necessarily, but I love the commitment that you guys have.
Ooh.
Jeremy, I need you.
Yep.
No, that final
Let's go,
word
Raiders.
there.
Let's go, Raiders.
That final word in that super chat.
Raiders!
Wow.
You're not done?
That was impressive.
Done?
The lungs on that man. All right, y'all. I want you all to give a warm welcome to so far our boot leader,
Yeah.
Das
Let's
Boot.
go! Das Seatman!
the John Ross of boots.
Das Boot.
Seatman.
Das Boot. Das Boot.
Das Seatman. That's your new nickname here.
Das Seatman.
Seatman.
Hey, let's go, Raiders!
It's the Das
Let's go.
Seatman. All right, so last time, y'all, he did a boot in 1384, but there was some spillage, so we had to give him 5 seconds of time. So at 1884 is the record.
Oh, that's the show.
It's been impressive. What?
That's the show. 1884.
1884?
It's the show.
Also-
Sex bots.
Also, cool fact, it's also a year. So, here's the thing, y'all. Spam B right now to get rid of those sex bots. I don't know if Seep's going to be able to beat it.
Oh, it's going to be tough.
It is going to be tough. The level of concentration that he had in that first boot was impressive. And the fact that there's still 407 people watching this, y'all are just the craziest people out there. You guys are the real ones. I know you guys like to party and get down. We're going to be doing shows like this the entire season, preseason, regular season. We do watch parties. We're going to be drinking. Maybe not to this extent, but, you know, hey, when it needs to happen, it needs to happen.
Ready?
Seeps,
Let's do it. Let's do it, Raiders.
Let's go, Seeps!
when you're ready. Oh, he went for it. Here we go.
Oh my goodness.
A little bit drippage.
Oh! That's what got me.
Oh.
The burp got me.
A little bit of drippage. It's all right. Oh, wait. You got to finish that, though.
Man, you gonna finish that, right?
Oh, that was impressive still.
Mitch at the bar, somebody throws up, are you gonna finish your drink though?
What? Yeah, I got to do another.
Last one for Mitch.
This is going to be the last boot of the day. Last boot of the day, I think. I don't know. We've said that a few times. I don't know how many boots have been consumed on this show today. If somebody could do the math and somehow put a compilation, is that what it's called? Compilation? That's the word I was looking for. Put all of that together in a video. Oh, God.
One more boot. 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 One more boot.
All right, you guys ready to party? I see it.
A little party never hurt nobody. That's just the way the Raiders rock. A little party never hurt nobody. That's just the way the Raiders rock.
All right, here we go. All right. Stand by, Mitch, Ron, Jeremy Chug, so you can make him all wetty. Yikes. All right, so I got to do this boot.
Oh, wait. Seeps, go up there. Give him the timer.
I don't know if I need that. I can't. There's no way I'm going to be able to beat it. I just don't want to throw up at this point.
This one's not a timed one. This is a.
I think the next time I do the boot, though, I want to be timed because I'm going to try. I'm going to try to beat the record of 1884. All right, here we go.
All right, guys. Spam Raiders. Let's go. I'm gonna sing them our Raiders song to give them some encouragement. Let's go.
See if you want to come up here.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on. I just got tagged on something on Instagram. If you guys are having a good time, you want to tag me on IG. I'm at Mitchell Renz 365.
We're here for a good time, not a long time.
I'm gonna be sharing all these stories on my Instagram story again. At Mitchell Renz 365. Go down there below. All right, everyone. You guys are going to listen to Patrick Seatman talk for a little bit.
A little party never hurt nobody.
Raider Nation,
That's
how we
just the
doing?
way the Raiders rock.
Raiders.
A little party
About to see
never
Mitch
hurt
down this.
nobody. That's just the way the Raiders rock. That little party never hurt nobody. That's just the way the Raiders rock.
What?
A little party never hurt nobody. That's just the way the Raiders rock. Come on, kids, let's go! You got it, Mitch!
Go! Are you gonna finish that?
You got it, Mitch! Come on, Mitch!
Come on!
They're all behind you. They're spamming Raiders.
Come on! Spam it in the
can we
chat.
Make that into a
Spam
song?
Mitch in the chat.
We need
That
to
was
get
a good
intro
song.
video. We need to get into the studio. That's a new intro video song.
A little party never hurt nobody.
Oh no.
There we go. There we go. Oh, Raider Nation. I apologize for also saying Vikes Nation yesterday on Twitter. That was my bad. I didn't mean to offend the big Raider Nation. So
Trace.
Mitch has stepped out. Is he pulling trig right now?
All right, we got one more. Sexbots in the chat.
Sexbots
David,
in the chat.
I checked our
Spam
tweet.
B in
I
the
checked
chat. Block
I
the
checked our
bots.
messages. Trace, he's gonna finish off the show with a beer bong. We got you.
There we go. All right, we got beer bong coming our way.
All these sex
Yeah,
bots in the
spam
chat.
B in the chat.
They
Get the
see
sex
these
bots
fine
out
gentlemen.
of there. I know.
They
see us chopping it up, Chugs, and
It happened as soon as Seeps came onto the.
I don't know what it is.
show.
I don't know what it is.
The sex bots. They want the sex Seeps.
Yep, that's it.
Oh no.
Yep, you got that right.
Seeps, tell the nation a little bit about you. What were you doing before Chat Sports?
I was in college. I went to Xavier University. It's a Big East school in Ohio, the great state of Ohio. I'm from Chicago, though, but I was born in Minnesota. That's why I'm a Vikings fan. And I'll see Raider Nation actually August 14th for preseason week 1. It's going to be your guys' second game of the preseason, but I'm fired up for it. And we'll be here back on Raiders Live, back chugging beers, doing
Let's
some
go.
boots with chugs. It's going to be a great time, and I'm
Heck
excited
yes.
about that. Yeah, dump the Vikes, PG. I know. Vikes are not a popular team among Raider Nation right now.
Let's see. I don't know if Mitch is puking right now.
Yeah.
I can't
Mitch
tell
is
you.
coming back. He's coming back. He got
Oh,
another.
with another boot?
Yeah, we owe
I
one more
forgot we
boot.
owed one more boot.
Yeah.
And then Trace is doing a beer bong.
Yep.
I got the sweats out there.
Is this for Seeps?
Yeah. Or whoever
Oh
wants
shit!
it.
You got.
I can't.
Oh,
Someone's got it.
we've got a
One more
conundrum.
boot. That's the issue. One more boot needs to be consumed. All right, here's the thing.
Who do we want?
How about this? I'll make you guys a deal. All right.
Should we split it? We tag team it?
This show is about the nation. The show's about the nation, okay?
Oh, we're messed. We're crossed.
Yeah, I mean it's not going to be pretty. So, I'll let you guys vote, okay?
Oh my God.
This next boot will not be consumed by me. But we are at 1.6 thousand supers. If we can get to 2,000, I'll do another boot, which I'm just going to warn y'all right now, it's going to result in probably some liquid coming out from here. So you guys are going to vote. Who do you want to do the boot? Type T for Trace, type C for Chugs, or type P for Patrick. Who do you want to do this boot? T for Trace, P for Patrick, C for Chugs. And if we can get to 2,000 in super, so we are
We're getting Traces.
400 away, I will do another boot. But if not, I don't know if I can do another one, man.
I think we got Traces, man.
There's a lot of votes coming in. So T for Trace, P for Patrick, C for Chugs. Whatever you guys want. Oh, man.
Oh, that's close.
Trace or Chugs? It's close right
We got
now.
a lot of Traces in
All right,
there.
actually, wait a second. I got an idea.
Oh, the new live poll.
We're going to do the live. You do it. You can do it.
I got it.
You
I
got
got
it.
it.
Yeah, I can't do it right now. We're going to vote. We're going to vote here. Whatever it comes to in 60 seconds after Jeremy gets it posted. Hang on. Oh, God. It hurts, guys. Put 12 beers in your stomach. Tell me how you feel. And on top of everything else we did already. I got a freaking rock gut. It hurts, man.
All right, poll's up.
The poll is officially up. Who does the Nexie boot? The Nexie boot. The Nexie boot. You guys vote. Trace, Chugs, or Patrick. Who does the Nexie boot? We're going to put the timer on right now.
Oh, my.
You have 30 seconds to vote.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Who's going to do the Nexie boot?
the Nexie boot?
We're timing y'all right now. If you haven't voted on the live chat yet, please do so right now. It's either going to be Trace, Patrick, who owns the record, or y'all's favorite producer, Jeremy Chugs. But I'll say this. Trace has drank less. Personally, I want Trace to do it because he's been asking me, oh, can I do a beer bong? Let's go. Vote for Trace. Chugs just took a lead, though.
How many more seconds? Oh, 20 seconds. Vote right now. Get your votes in before it's too late. There's 390 people watching.
I accidentally effed it up, so.
Oh, my God, Mitch.
I know. I suck. We're going to go to 30 seconds. Whoever it lands on.
Oh, my goodness.
41% Chugs, 36% Trace,
your votes in
23
right now.
Patrick. Get your votes in. We got 10 seconds left. Who's going to do the Nexie
10,
boot?
9.
Oh, it's
8,
close.
7, 6.
Who's going to do it?
5, 4, 3, 2.
Oh, Chugs, you're
1.
back. Jeremy Chugs, you win the boot. Raider Nation has spoken. Good news. Good news, you get to do the boot.
Nexie boot. Nexie boot.
You get to do the Nexie boot. All right, y'all, this will be the final boot on today's show, unless We get more.
Unless we get to 2,000.
I will say, though, from here on out, $100 super chats are going to be a round of fireball shots because my stomach can't handle another boot unless we get to 2,000 in supers. If we get to 2,000 in supers, we are 400 away. That's the only way I can do another boot. Who got voted off the island? Ron, Jeremy Chugs gets that 12.5 inches.
The tribe has spoken.
You've been voted off the island. Oh, boy. All right, you guys ready?
This is light beer, but it feels like 50 pounds in my stomach right
Oh,
now.
dude, it's not good.
All right.
I mean, if you guys want, if I do another boot, I'll 100% I'm throwing up. Maybe like 3 just win babies throwing up. All right, everyone, get those chugs going in the chat.
Hurt nobody.
Spam
That's
chugs.
the way that Raiders rock. What?
A little party never killed nobody.
Raider rock.
That's how the Raiders rock. Oh, let's go!
Round of fireball. Hang on a second. Oh, my God, that hurt looking at
I was
that.
going to a family dinner later on.
Really?
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
Sorry, Danny.
It started at 7. I said I was going to be a little late.
Yep.
Sorry, babe. I'm missing dinner.
Oh, God, okay. I'm going to just get this over with. I don't...
Boy, here we go.
Don't time me.
We are
Let's go, Chugs. Come on.
300 away.
Spam party. Spam party, because it's a party.
Not an accurate representation of what I chugged.
300 away from me doing another boot.
Spam party.
I'm getting
Spam
nervous.
Chugs. Show Chugs some love.
Come on, Chugs. Come on, Chugs. Everyone, type those Chugs in the chat.
Let's go, Chugs. Come on, Chugs. Come on, Chugs.
Dude, imagine if I sack tapped you right now.
Freak you.
Good.
Not on Rumble.
Freak you, Mitch.
All right, everyone, give Chugs a follow on Twitter if I can figure out how to put this link in here. Where'd it go? I do not have the ability to put things in the chat. How's that possible?
Oh,
I don't know.
I live in L3.
I have an L3.
I have an L3.
Hang on a second. And the bots are back.
Yep.
Get rid of the bots.
Oh,
No, it's too many.
yep. That's what she said.
Yep.
Oh.
Wait. Is that...
I
Oh.
gotta go pee.
All right, go pee. Wait, really? Jesus. Jeremy's fiance.
Fiance's mom.
Jeremy's fiance's mom is calling Jeremy right now.
Sorry, mom-in-law. I got
Sorry,
the Raiders report with
mom-in-law.
Mitchell Renz.
Raiders report's calling. All right, we got a round of shots to do because throw that super chat up on the screen here for me. Raider Ron is ready to party. I have a feeling Jeremy might have to leave. Remember though, you guys, we're gonna get food after this. We're gonna go to Exchange Hall and we're gonna get some food. Whoo! All right, Trizzy, you ready?
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna let Jeremy.
Do I need to change jerseys or is that okay?
I don't care. You're fine. Round of fireball shots on Raider Ron here. You guys ready? Cheers.
Cheers.
We'll let Jeremy take his later. Boy. Oh God, that hurt. Tastes like Christmas. I don't know.
Throw that in some apple juice.
I mean, I will. No, it's because it's Fireball. Oh my God, don't do that. All right, y'all. I think we are finally at the end of the Super Chats. I appreciate everyone, and I mean everyone, who tuned in today. It was a bizarre show. I was like, am I seeing double? No, we got 2 things of Fireball right here. I was like, wait a minute. All right. Here's going to be the final go, okay? You owe me a shot, by the way. You don't want it? I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it. So here's the thing, guys. We're 300 away from me doing another boot. if we don't get there, it's fine. The show ends. But if you want the show to continue, I need to keep Super Chats going. If not, the team and I, we are going to walk to a very, very close place where I live. We're going to get a shit ton of food, and we are going to pig out because I need to soak up some of this liquid here. So I appreciate David's on. I appreciate Raider Ron, Jimenez. You guys are just crazy, crazy people. Everyone who tuned in today to send in a super chat, man. I mean, seriously, you guys were... This was probably one of the most random shows I've ever seen. Sabo says, Trace Bong, question mark.
Oh, yeah, he's going to do a beer bong.
Man, a beer bong for Trace? You guys want to see Trace do a beer bong? PG2869 says he wants to see one. You did? Oh, man, Chugs just yacked, he told me.
It felt good.
Needed it. Where's the beer bong? All right, Raider Ron wants a beer bong. Ron, you get what you want, man. You want this fireball shot or no?
It's all you, buddy. Oh, God. The human stomach's not supposed to hold that much liquid.
I mean, my stomach hurts.
Yeah.
My stomach hurts. Holy
Oh,
shit.
my God.
Oh, my God, buddy bear.
Seeps.
We might have to split a boot.
The boot's over here.
Here's the thing. 200 away from me doing another boot.
Oh, no.
Holy shit, buddy bear. Oh, my God. Seeps is going back and getting another boot. I wish I was 24 again. Seeps, you're 23, 24? What are you?
So, somebody
22? Jesus.
Somebody made a good point. This is like our training camp because we're getting ready for the regular season.
That's true. That's true.
Veterans are reporting, rookies reporting today too.
I'm sweating.
Dude.
I'm literally sweating right now.
Oh, my goodness.
I'm literally dripping with sweat.
Oh.
He takes out the light above. My God.
Oh, wow.
Oh, Trizzy
was good.
Trace. That was impressive.
That was a good one. Beer bongs. Next time we got to raise the price for the boot. 100.
All right. If you guys want Das Seatman back,
This might be a Derek Carr, the Josh Jacobs handoff.
Das Seatman. Oh, my God.
Oh, my gosh. Daniel Jimenez from the top rope. Oh, my goodness. We got to show these super chats first because we got a couple of big ones.
Oh,
That's
God.
what she said.
This is not good.
Buddy Bear.
Not good.
He said someone take another boot. That's
Oh,
what
boy.
Seatman's about to do.
Oh, God. All right.
Yeah.
I have to get this out of the way.
And then,
No record this.
then Daniel Jimenez from the top rope. Sorry, Mitch.
All right.
Oh, God.
You guys want a boot?
Stop by.
You're going to get a boot.
Chase Sr. could stop by.
Chase Sr. might take an...
Chase Sr. after his run could take
That's how long this live has been. Chase has gotten off work, gone on his evening run, and he's going to come back.
He's also gone on his run. He's made dinner. He's checked distro for tomorrow.
Oh, God.
Oh. Yeah. Take your time. Take your time.
I need a bigger trash can than that. Oh, God. Well, you guys, there's a call it in the air type of chance that I throw up.
The walk to the restroom, a little bit longer than you expect.
Not exciting.
You're like, I swear the restroom was closer than this.
Does anybody have Raiders questions that they want to answer?
Hey, let's get another Q&A going.
Yeah, let's get another mailbag going.
All right, now I'm going to tell you my top 5 options for the Raiders.
So, guys, I think you should...
Let's look at the Raiders' 53-man roster projection.
Guys, I think I should sign another.
Hey, what do I think about Sue?
Yeah, real ones know. Real ones.
It's not easy.
This is hurting right now.
I can't.
Oh, dude. You're going to be pissing clear.
I just hope you're not pissing blood.
Leave the mic on if you can.
This is prep. I was telling
That'll be a $20 super chat for that, Trevor.
Raiders Vikings. We're gonna make Seeps drink quite a bit, so I hope you guys are ready. Seeps is going to be drinking a lot.
This is a good test.
I have already talked to Brett. I've already talked to our CEO, James Yoder, and I said, all I need is Seeps, and we're going to be fine. We're going to be fine.
Mitch, do you prefer core side or Modelo side of the stadium?
Hey, the sobriety test is name the 53-man roster.
Name the 53-man roster?
All 53.
Oh, man.
Use your computer.
I can't use my computer? All right.
Who's the third string left tackle?
Third string, probably Bam. All right. I do have a list already made for y'all, which I was supposed to do that show on Rumble After Hours, but it's going to happen tomorrow. It'd be a bad video.
It'd be bad. The bots are back.
I think I'm going to go pull a drink real quick. I'll be back right in
Yep.
Seep's going to go pull the trigger.
There's some gum on Marshall's desk.
Yikes.
It's not good, but it's
boy.
It's gum.
It tastes different than beer and Fireball.
I guess, hang on. I got to check a message that Alex sent me. I should probably check on Chuck. Hey, just left the house. Make sure you feed Chuck. Chuck, I'm almost home. You're probably watching this already.
He's watching it right now.
He's like these mother effers. I'm trying to eat. No, it's fine. Chuck's okay. He got lunch. He's spoiled. No, that's not. Could you take the clothes from the washer and put them in the dryer? No, that's not gonna happen. I love you. Not gonna happen. It's just I don't think that can happen.
Hey, Mitch, any chance you're doing the dishes tonight?
No, unless you want them to be covered in what is it, Bud Light, Coors Light.
Okay.
All right, y'all. Trizzy, go get me a boot. Let's do it. All right, so guys,
The boot's in here, Trizzy.
This is what, boot 4? Boot 4? Boot 4?
Do we bring that for the season, that song?
I mean, we might be able to. All right, y'all. Appreciate everyone who tuned in today. If you're first-time Raiders Report watcher, it's not always how it goes here, but this show is for the nation, built by the nation, and
whenever Sam produces, this isn't what the show happens.
And we like to have a good time. We know you guys like to have a good time too. So if you're ready to party, you're ready to have a good time, that's what we're going to do here. And during the regular season, preseason games, sometimes this is what the show turns into, because I want these shows to be like a Oakland Raiders tailgate, man, where we're all together, even when we're not together, and we're just having a good time. We're drinking and
take one down, pass it around.
Taking one down.
4 boots of beer on the wall. 4 boots of beer on the wall. 4 boots of beer. Take one down, pass it around. 3 boots of beer on the wall. 3 boots of beer on the wall. 3 boots of beer. Take one down, give it to Mitch. 2 boots of beer on the wall.
Yeah, there's a good chance. Dude, my stomach is so filled. I don't know how many shots we did today. I don't know how many beers I've consumed, but
our stomachs are full of beer and our hearts are full of love.
Oh, I'm effed up. I'm gonna be hurting. Like, I'm always very honest with y'all. I did the 6 beers in 6 minutes challenge. I did the 7 beers in 6 minutes challenge. I ate the hottest chip in the world live on the Raiders Report.
That was bad.
That was bad.
That was bad. I had a fourth of what Mitch had with the chip. Maybe not even that.
It sucked. Dude.
And I was sweating hard. I drank like a full pint of milk.
I am more nervous about this beer.
Thank you, Dominic.
Shout out to Dominic Malonga for the $1 super. If you guys want a shout out, send in a super. Every $20 super, Fireball. Oh, man. Randy Anderson. Honestly, though, guys, I'm not kidding when I say this. If you want us to answer actual Raiders questions,
we'll try.
We're going to do our best, man. Use hashtag Raiders or send in a super chat. Let's do that. In all honesty, use hashtag Raiders with a question. If you want to guarantee a spot on the show right now, send in a super chat. I will warn you. It's going to be a drunk answer, but that's what you're getting. Do we keep Carr if makes playoffs 3 times in a row? I mean, I'll say this with the
Mitch.
with a 10-7 record last season, with all the improvements that this team has made. This is a cold beer too. What are you doing? If the Raiders don't make the playoffs, I think this will be considered a failed season. When you look at Carr's contract, the way it's constructed, okay, even though, yes, he is technically the 6th highest paid quarterback in the league right now, he's going to make $19 million this year. He makes $34 next year, $40 and $40. The Raiders have basically a 3-day window after the season ends where if they want to move on from DC, they can. And they save $110 million. So my question to you would be, if the Raiders don't go to the playoffs, if the Raiders have a bad season, do you keep DC or do you move on? If they make a playoff run this upcoming season, you pay them $34 million easy. They make a playoff run the next season, $40 million by that time, it's a good deal. The year after that, $40 million for a quarterback, probably a good deal. So all I'm saying is, if you're making the playoffs, you pay that man. Because to pay a good quarterback $34, $40 million per year, 2-3 years down the road is going to be actually a steal. It sounds crazy, but it's the truth. But if you don't make the playoffs, then we'll see what happens. All right, y'all. You ready for the boot? I'm not ready. Use hashtag Raiders in the comments if you want your questions answered or if you want your
let's get ready
chat.
to boo.
So first off, I do want to say this. Let's put up Daniel Jimenez's super of $200.
Okay.
Because that's the reason why I'm doing this other boot. I told y'all I don't think I could do it, but for a big enough super chat, we're gonna make it work around here. Also, if you want your questions answered, please don't be afraid to throw those up on here. Let me answer some of these super chats before I chug this beer, because after that, I don't know what's gonna happen. So I've been a Raider fan all my life. This Hall of Fame game will be my first ever live NFL game, and it'll be my first Raiders game. What to expect? Well, I've actually never been to a game inside of Las Vegas. I've only been to games inside of the Coliseum because now when I go live, I go live here on YouTube and I don't get to watch the game. From what I've understood, though, I want you to bring the energy because you don't have that quite home field advantage like you had at the Coliseum. Have a good time. Analyze the players. Make sure you're just, breaking it down. But the Hall of Fame game is in Canton, Ohio, so we'll see what happens there. Let's go to Killa KB. Is that an 8? Yeah, it's an 8. Mitch, you have as much beer on your shirt as you have drank. Keep chugging. I wish that was true, but luckily now it's dried up a little bit, so we're okay here. I mean, I will say I tried to beat Seep's record, and I couldn't do it, and I was like, all right, I just got to open the throat, let it go. Didn't quite happen. I mean, that's the God-honest truth.
Pause.
Open the throat, let it go down. It just didn't happen, man. It just...
Mitch's
It went on my chest instead. I know. Oh my God.
Mitch's shirt.
That's so funny.
Mitch's shirt dry. His girl wet.
All right, guys. I'm not going to be able to do this quick. So somebody wants to come up here real quick. Take over the mic. You guys are going to talk to Seeps. If you send in a super chat, send in a comment. Jeremy, this is what I want to happen, though.
Yeah.
Send in hashtag Raiders. Get a question up here. Seep, do your best. I don't care what it is. Answer it. Talk NFL. All good, because this is going to take me a minute or two. Maybe 3.
Yeah, Mitch is
Okay.
flying through. He's actually planning on down this in 30 seconds. Move the trash can. Trash can is ready for Mitch.
All right,
See if he's got it. First
question for Seeps.
Besides Carr and Crosby, who are the captains this year? Let me think here. We'll go. Hunter Renfrow. I would give him, gym rat guy, shifty receiver. Yeah, gym rat. Coach's kid mentality.
Maybe a sneaky pick here. Might be the leader of the defense, Denzelle Perryman, I think.
Denzel Perryman.
That's a good
pick.
pick.
Good
That's a good
pick.
pick.
Besides Carr and Crosby. Perriman.
Sleeper,
Duron Harmon.
Oh.
Sleeper. We'll see.
Colton Miller. Yeah.
Yeah. Ndamukong Suh,
Sleeper
potentially.
and Ndamukong Suh.
Ndamukong Suh, is he going to go to the Vikings or is he going to go to the Raiders? Who knows? That's the question. I'm hoping the Vikes. I'm sure you guys are all hoping the Raiders.
Let's
Raiders
see.
taking West. What's the
Super chat from Christian
Raiders
J.
taking West.
Rivera. Yeah.
Yeah, you got it. Raiders taking West. What's the money to put it on it? Huh?
More about our graphics. You can actually see them.
I don't know. I was looking at the screen.
Wait, what are we looking at? What he's saying? He thinks the Raiders are going to take the AFC West. What's the money that you would put on it? That the Raiders are going to take the AFC West.
You know, I'm a fan of the Raiders going into this year. I mean, if you're just thinking about this football perspective, if you're trying to guard the Raiders, like as you're a DB or a linebacker with Waller, Renfro, Adams, I mean, your ankles are going to be taken every single time you try to guard them, man.
I think one of the best bets you can make right now. They can hear me. Carr MVP, Raiders AFC West. Because if you parlay that, if they win the AFC West, I think you actually have a legit shot to win the MVP. Put 10, 20 bucks on that, you probably win like 200, 250 bucks. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Do we have Carr's MVP odds right now? You got those at the top of your head?
We're not betting experts.
3,500 is what I put. You need to get the bank.
We got a lot of F the Vikings in the chat. I appreciate it. You know, always feels good. Carne asada. Raiders.
Shit's good.
That's great. That's a great meat, man. That's a great meat. Yeah, I'm a more
top 10 for Seeps Meats.
top 10. Number 1, chicken. Number 2, steak. Number 3, yeah, not that, but
It's got to be chicken, steak, pork.
oh, we got a great question here, actually, from our Knicks Now channel, Marshall Green. Why is Mitch not able to hang with the nation?
Right, 'cause
That's a great
Marshall
question.
went home early.
Marshall was copping out of doing a boot.
He does. He is one of the first people to show up in the office. So it makes Marshall. So it makes sense. So it makes sense.
Hold on, watch this. Just watch this face, right?
Oh
my
god.
goodness.
I love it.
Yep.
All right, y'all, come on.
Yeah, let's get some questions in here. Let's talk some football. Raiders, we could talk anything. Oh, Vikings are losing to the Lions twice this year. You know what, Trask Morgan, I'm going to have to disagree with you on that.
Oh.
Kevin O'Connell, and if you've been – I know Raider Nation was not a fan of Colin Cowherd earlier today. Cowherd's been hyping the Vikings up, calling for 13, 14 wins. I agree with him. Obviously, I'm biased, but with Kevin O'Connell in there, get that old man Mike Zimmer out of here, I'm excited.
Sean Lee, put a nipple on that.
Hashtag Raiders loving the Mac Mile in camp.
What is the Mac Mile, Mitch?
Yeah, what's a Mac Mile, Mitch?
Mac Hollins. So
I
the Raiders this year are making sure guys are being a little bit more accountable. So if a player does something bad, they run a lap around the field.
mm-hmm.
According to the reports, Mac Hollins is running a mile.
That's great.
he's doing bad.
accountability.
So when he screws up, he runs a
Oh, so instead of just one lap, he's running a mile.
That's great. That's great. Building accountability on the team. I love it. Open that throat, Mitch, from Knicks Now by Chat Sports. He's trying his best right now. Marsh, again, you copped out of the boot earlier. I don't know what's going on here.
All right, what is this one?
Yeah. So how many boots does Mitch do before he hits the air?
Oh.
How many do you have in you right now? 4 boots?
I think it's 4.
I think this is number 5.
This is number 5. Yeah, that's not good.
He's got a case in him.
It's good at the same time, though.
He's got a case in him.
I have 15 beers.
Take
a
one
lot.
down, pass it around. 4 boots of beer on the wall. 4 boots of beer on the wall. 4 boots of beer. Take one down, Mitch's throat. Da, 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 da.
What's the Raiders song we had going earlier? Chug.
Something about a party and
Oh, a little party never hurt nobody. That's just the way the Raiders rock.
What?
A little party never hurt nobody. That's just the way the Raiders rock. Oh, super chat.
All right. What are we?
You can wait.
Yeah. What are we going to see next week? Players, offense / defense.
I think he's talking. I think he's talking about the Hall of Fame game. Like, I don't think you'll see any of the starters. I think you'll see. Does Carr even play the first drive? No. Yeah, it's going to be backups to start, probably through the first quarter and a half, maybe. They probably have a limit of plays or drives that they're going to do.
And so I think what you end up seeing is literally the guys who would never ever play, they're going to be in the Hall of Fame game, because most of the other NFL teams, they only get 3 preseason games.
Yeah.
So here's your opportunity then to see what some of these bottom of the roster players can do. Bottom of the roster players end up doing, and if you don't like what you see, you can prepare for the roster cuts. So you got to go 90 to 85 in 2 weeks. And if you're like, all right, I don't like those guys, then I actually think from August 4th to August 14th, you could see the Raiders potentially make some moves down the line. But August 4th, you're not going to see many of the guys. If they're on the field August 4th, probably is not a good sign.
Yeah. And it'll be fun to watch what Josh McDaniels, how he handles preseason, or he'll play the guys or not. It'll be fun to kind of keep your eye on. All right, Haywood Pratt, #Raiders. I love what you guys do. Your moms must be so proud. You know what? Actually, my mom texted me. She's actually watching right now, so shout out to her.
Shout out Chief's mom.
Shout out.
If Tyler tries to message you, don't answer.
Shout out to all the moms out there. All right, we have another one from David Zahn, the king of this show, #Raiders. Someone help Mitch get home, please. That's what we're here for. It's a community here at Chat Sports. We're helping each other. Mitch said he's buying pizza or buying food later tonight, so we'll make sure he gets home all good. Really credit to you, David Zahn, that he's like this right now. So, all right, we got one with Marsh coming in, or Knicks now. Drop a ball, run a mile, jump off sides, run a mile. That's old school football. That's old school.
Raiders. Hashtag remember the Titans.
Hashtag remember the Raiders. That could be the next movie that gets dropped. Mitch is just contemplating his whole life right now. If you guys could see.
I'm telling you, it's a pretty long walk to the restroom. You don't think it's gonna be,
yeah.
And then you start walking and you're like, damn, I'm only by the elevator.
I had those same thoughts. Chuck.
You're like
shit, now
you turn the corner.
10 steps?
You turn the corner and you're like, dude, I swear the restroom was right here.
He's going through it. This is the sacrifice that Mitch. Oh my God! All right, I mean, if we're gonna bring this up, the Vikings are 0-4 in Super Bowls, so you guys can rub that in.
Wide left. Wide left.
Just gonna hand this to our boy Mitch right here.
Yep.
He's going through it, but yeah,
Tomorrow
the Raiders.
morning.
That was way before
Buenos
my
dias.
time. I don't really remember that.
Yes.
I throw up on the show. So that's what's going to happen.
Oh, here's
That's
a good one.
promise.
There's a good one in
That's
there.
a promise.
Chugs.
Just get down so that way we don't get demonetized or anything.
If Vikings lose to Raiders, Das Seatman gets temporary Raiders tattoos.
Yes.
Are we talking on the preseason game? Yeah, I guess. Yeah. All right.
Dude, that's a lot to.
A temporary tattoo. What should I get? If you guys come up with something good and maybe
Dude.
Raider Ron gets in there.
I'm saying neck. I'm saying neck.
A neck tattoo right here.
4L across the neck. Already 4L.
Carr 4L just right here if the Raiders beat the Vikings week 1 of preseason.
Carr's throat.
Hey, from Zahn, wise words from Zahn. Throwing up only lasts the night, but good stories last forever.
That's a great
We
point.
love you,
man.
Zahn.
That's a great point.
We love you, Zahn.
Bitch, you look toasty.
That's a great point.
We're going to do this.
All right, we're
Closing
going to
out.
finish it off.
Closing it?
I think James said it best.
Welp. That's it. I don't. This has been one of the craziest shows I've ever done here on the show.
Major shout out to David Zahn, Raider Ron. Major props to guys like Daniel Jimenez, Buddy Bear. Y'all really carried this thing tonight. I gotta go home. That's just me being real with y'all. I can't do another boot.
Sam could never.
I don't think I could do another shot of Fireball. So, appreciate everyone who tuned in tonight. This is what you're going to expect from the Raiders regular season games. Me and the crew here, we're going to go get some food. I think it's a good idea. Hopefully you enjoyed today's live stream. I know it was a little bit.
Gonna go get some David Pizzon.
Yeah, it was a little David Pizzon. I like it. Seriously though, appreciate Patrick coming on here doing his beer bongs. Appreciate Tyler coming on doing them. Trace, Jeremy, anyone who came on today, I appreciate you guys a lot. You guys really helped
Tyler
this show
Jones, all the moms he slayed, all of them.
So we're getting ready to wrap up this thing. Appreciate Jesse Rodriguez, first catch, Mr. Akon, David Zahn, Blake, Craig, Matt
Get some
Arnold.
F-Sams in the chat. Let's get some F-Sams in the chat. In this show, right. We need 50 F-Sams in the chat. Let's go.
PG2869. I know you guys are always watching, but
He's a Broncos fan. Let's go. Let's get some F-Sams in the chat.
Buddy Bear, F-Sam.
F-Sam, 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 F-Sam.
All right, y'all. I gotta leave. I'm not doing well. If you want to, I'll keep you guys up to date on my social media a little bit later on tonight. I gotta go. All right. Appreciate y'all. We're going to be hitting you guys with another video a little bit later on. I think tonight maybe I'll get it scheduled. We'll do our best here. If that doesn't happen, you might get 2 videos tomorrow. So we'll keep you up to date there. You get some extra stuff going on, and then hopefully everyone enjoys the rest of your week. Hopefully everyone enjoyed today's live stream. Appreciate everyone who tuned in. Raider Nation, I love you. The lights literally just went off in the studio out there. So everyone spam Raiders one more time. I got a burp. I hope. Yep. All right. Appreciate y'all. Raider Nation, hell of a show. Cheers to Chugs, Trace, Seeps. Do you think you could end the stream while everyone's up here?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Full screen it.
Round of applause for Mitch.
Full screen.
Round of applause for Mitch.
No, these guys.
For Mitch.
These guys did a hell of a job tonight. Hell of a job. Is there a way? How do you end it if you're over here?
I'm going to end it in a second.
Okay. All right, guys. Cheers to everyone who tuned in. Jeremy, count me down.
3,
3,
2,
2, 1.